Hello, everybody. Welcome to Weekly Trash, the safe place to cleanse your mind, body, and soul of all that trash you consume this week so you can consume some more tomorrow. I'm your host, Josie Van Dyke, and I am sitting next to somebody that I am now obsessed with. I mean, I already was, but even more obsessed with. Abby Ayers, everybody. Woo! I love you so much.
Oh gosh, thank you.
We've
Thank
been-
you for having me.
We've been
This is
talking
so fun.
for an hour before we started this.
Like, what is happening?
Like, we did a podcast before
All
the
the
podcast.
dirty secret you
The
wish.
dirty juice that you wish you all knew, but you never know.
Also, all I want to do is just. Why?
We've just
Why is
been,
that so tantalizing?
We've just been having a good time with these microphones. Just, just
I
hanging out.
know. It makes me sound.
So you sound like a radio girl.
Yeah, like, hi.
Hi.
My name is. My name's Abby, and I like to talk into microphones.
Get really loud. It's really quiet.
I know, it just got super quiet in my headphones. When I put my headphones on, I put them on like this. And I'm like, I can't really hear in my left ear. They're like,
Like, Abby, I know.
it's
because you're
are
breathing
you
this
like
up.
missing some brain cells?
No, we've been having a good time already.
I know, it's been fun.
It's been fun.
I'm so glad I got to meet you in real life.
I'm so
How
glad
fun.
you came. And you brought me suckers. Lollipop.
Yeah.
Are they called suckers or lollipops?
I don't know. I pull people all the time, and I try to say lollipop because I feel like it sounds so much like
Sucking
bougier.
too hard on my lollipop.
Yeah.
Oh, love's gonna get you down. Do you know that song?
Wow.
Say love, say love.
You're beautiful.
Love's gonna get you down.
I have never heard this song.
You've never heard that song?
No.
Have you heard that song? What's it? Who's it by again? Sucking too hard on my lollipop.
Like, is this like a 1950s song, or is this
No.
like a recent?
No, okay, lollipop. No, it's like a 2000 song. Lollipop song.
Like,
by
okay, I need all the lollipop songs because
Micah.
Oh, every time I post about the lollies, I need like a new song. And
Okay,
I
I'm
have
gonna send
like
you the
3.
song. It came out in 2007.
Okay, wait, are we gonna listen to just a little?
Well, is there copyrights? I don't know. Let's
Oh,
see.
okay, after
I'll show it you.
well.
But it's basically sucking too hard on your lollipop.
I call it a
That's
sucker. Like, I was born
Yeah.
and raised calling them suckers.
Yeah, I feel like lollipop seems like kind of like promiscuous. Like,
I know, like
lollipop.
lick a lollipop.
Do you have a lollipop on you? Like,
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, no,
At all
you
times I
did.
have
You had
lollipops.
lots. So you brought me lollipops. We've had a good time so far. But
Shooting the shit. Can we wait?
yeah, we can swear. I say fuck, bitch, shit, all the things.
Oh,
But like,
okay.
I won't be that hard. I won't go that hard because
Okay.
you are a Christ-like human. So we're
That's
gonna keep
nice.
it. We're gonna keep it to a minimum.
thank
But
you.
I know. So I feel like I know so much about you now
Oh my
because we had
gosh.
like a full hour before, but nobody
Yeah.
else got to hear that. So we need to like do a dumpster deep dive into who Abby Ayers is.
Are we doing it right now?
We're going to do it right now. Today's Dumpster Deep Dive is brought to you by Road to Baby. Did you know that 1 in 8 people in the U.S. alone struggle with infertility and have difficulties growing their family? The team at Road to Baby understand the pain and frustration that can come with infertility, and they are there to help you navigate that often bumpy road to parenthood. Road to Baby is a surrogacy, egg, and sperm donation agency based out of San Diego, California, who connects those in need with surrogates, egg donors, and sperm donors to help them grow their family. Road to Baby believes in fairly compensating those who make these dreams of parenthood come true. First-time surrogates working with Road to Baby receive a minimum of $56,000 for their incredible dedication. Egg donors are generously compensated at $10,000 per donation, and sperm donors each earn $5,000 for their first donation. If you've ever considered becoming a surrogate, egg donor, or sperm donor yourself, I encourage you to reach out to Road to Baby. You have the power to change lives and make parenthood dreams come true. And wait, there's more. If egg, surrogacy, or sperm donation isn't for you, but you know someone who might be a perfect fit, you can earn $1,000 in referrals for egg and sperm donors and $6,000 or more per surrogate referral. If you or someone you know is struggling with infertility, remember that you are not alone. The experts at Road to Baby are there to help you navigate this often challenging path to parenthood. Their experience and guidance can make all the difference in your journey. Road to Baby exists to help growing families and creating a life-lasting connection. and making dreams a reality. If you're ready to take that first step or just curious to learn more about the process, schedule a free consultation with Road to Baby. Visit www.roadtobaby.com. ROADTOBABY.com.
We're doing it right now.
Right now. Abby, where are you from?
I'm from Park City, Utah.
Are you really?
I am.
See, this is going to be so exciting for me because I don't know any of these answers.
Good.
I'm so pumped.
I feel like I'm boring now because I'm on a few
No.
podcasts, so I'm like,
No.
I
This
don't
is the
know.
only podcast that
I don't-
matters. So like,
really though,
really though. So you're from Park City.
Yes.
How many siblings do you have?
there are 6 of us.
Okay, big Mormon
Yes.
family.
Yes, and we're super spread apart.
Oh,
So
really?
like, yeah, I'm in the middle.
Okay.
I have an older brother. So the gap is 24 years between my oldest brother and my youngest sister. So my oldest brother is 43 right now.
Wow.
And my youngest sister's 19. She is
so like
the
he
love
could
of
be
my
her
life.
dad.
Easily. And my older sister, who is 22 years older, had a baby 2 weeks after my youngest sister was born.
So
So my
older-
niece and my
okay.
aunt. So yeah,
Yeah.
niece and aunt, 2 weeks apart.
That's crazy.
And they are the cutest little humans on the freaking earth.
Wait, how old was your mom when she had the last?
45,
45. How old are you?
37.
37.
I'll be
Okay.
38 in April. Aries.
I was like, what is that? Aries for heirs?
Aries,
Heirs?
Abby. There's lots of A's
Yeah, lots
in
of
my
A's.
life. My husband's Ammon. Like,
Yeah.
mm.
Assholes. Like,
Yeah.
just like, what
I'm
other A
grateful.
words?
Like, okay.
Apples.
Apples.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't think of anything amazing that starts with
Amazing,
the word-
amazing.
amazing. Okay, there you go.
Amazing. No, like my mind went. Any other A word gone.
Yeah, gone.
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 But lots of A's in your life.
Yeah. It's lovely.
So where are you in the lineup of siblings?
So I'm third.
third.
So I split the middle with my brother.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
And
4
are you-
girls, 2 boys.
Are they all in Utah?
No, my oldest brother lives in Hawaii on the North Shore.
Must be nice.
I know.
Must be nice.
I know. His wife is Katie. She's adorable. They have 4 kids. Kelly, my next sister,
Okay.
9 kids. And she's amazing. Some people have 9 kids and it's like, I don't
Big
know.
mistake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Her, you're like,
You're meant for this.
you're unworldly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, how do you do it so well and are sane? I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't know.
That's incredible.
I
She
have
should
a
write book.
third. She should.
Yeah.
I have a third of that and I'm
Yeah. No.
hanging on by
No.
dear
No.
life.
No. Same.
Then it's me.
Okay.
Then my little brother Sam, little cutie.
Cutie.
Yeah. Lives here. Everybody else lives here.
Okay.
Then Emily, who's just 11 years younger than I am.
That's
Again,
so
another big
crazy.
split. And then my littlest sister, Sophie, she's serving a mission right now in Singapore. She's adorable. I love her so much.
What do they speak in Singapore?
Chinese. Well, they actually speak Mandarin and a Malay.
Okay.
And then there's like another.
But
language
she's
over there.
just, what is she?
She's Mandarin speaking.
Mandarin,
And
okay.
she did like from kindergarten. She's
Oh, the immersion program?
Yeah, she did Chinese immersion. So she like knew how to read, write, and speak.
That's
Chinese.
incredible. When you fill out your like mission application,
Yeah,
do you
she was like Chinese.
Like put me in there.
Well, she just was like,
Give it
yeah,
to
I
me.
know Chinese, and they're like, you're going to.
It's probably the hardest language to learn. So anybody who
know.
already knows it, they're like,
I know.
Yeah. You're
and like
going.
her companions that don't speak it, I'm like, are they like? They're just faking it the whole
like
time.
I don't.
They're
I
just,
almost
like,
did an impersonation. Should not be doing an impersonation.
no,
I'll
but
be canceled
like,
real fast.
I'm just like, how
Yeah.
do you do it? I don't
No,
know.
no.
It's a good thing.
She's
that-
just translating for them.
She's
the
amazing.
Entire time.
She's just
Love
amazing. I
that.
love her
So
much.
it sounds like you guys are all pretty close.
We're all super close, and
Gotcha.
they're my best friends.
I love it. How were you guys all raised? Were you raised strictly chill? What was the
I think a little mix of
home
both.
like?
I honestly think my parents did a really good job.
really?
Yeah,
That's
they're
good.
just.
You don't hear that a lot,
I know,
which is
I feel very
unfortunate
blessed
because
I
our
feel
parents
really
are
blessed.
trying.
Yeah,
I'm
And
trying.
the older I get, I'm like, you did really good.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not
same.
gonna judge you now that
Same.
I have kids. I'm like, I won't
Same.
judge, even though
No.
I'm going to therapy. I won't judge you.
No.
but I'm definitely going to therapy.
Yeah, for sure.
No, but we were just talking about this earlier, actually. Like, they fostered experiences for us to meet different people, see different walks of life. Like, I know I grew up in Park City, but like, I never was like, oh, I'm rich, or oh, I'm this, or oh, I'm like all the stereotypical things, until I went to college and people are like, you're from Park City? And I'm like, what does that mean?
Well, Park City, did you know it's the number one most expensive place to live in Utah?
Yeah.
Like,
but I didn't know that.
Like,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I was like, Park City's just like Heber.
But I think that's
like
a new thing. I don't think Park City's always been the most expensive.
No. I mean, in the 80s, absolutely not. It was a mining. Like,
yeah.
But yeah.
But now
there's been a stereotype there for a minute. And now it's even crazier.
Oh, for sure.
But yeah, it's crazy.
So, but you definitely,
but like, there were only like 12 of us. Yes, very privileged. There were only 12 Mormon girls in my graduating class.
Really?
Yeah. So like, I think there were probably more Jews than Mormons in my graduating class. Maybe not. I don't know. But like, pretty
you were surrounded
mixed,
by a lot.
Like, not skin, like not
colored skin.
What is that word?
Like races?
No, like ethnicities.
Like ethnicities. Okay, we're gonna cut that out.
I'm not the smartest. I'm not the sharpest
there
tool in the
wasn't
box.
Different colors.
Yeah. Oh,
races,
skin tone.
Ethnicities.
There weren't a lot of the ethnical.
We are really smart people.
We're not.
Yeah.
Aplenty.
Yeah.
But many different viewpoints. Many like liberals, conservative. Like you
Everything.
got them. Yeah.
Everything.
And like, I think I experienced Utah like culture shock when I went to college, and I was like,
huh?
What? Like, you don't swear?
Yeah.
Or like, you don't
drink at parties? What's going on?
No.
Abby's getting turned up.
Just like, I don't know.
No,
or like,
it's
you
different.
judge somebody for doing something differently than you.
Yeah.
Like, that's.
No, Park City's
That's
its own
weird.
little bubble.
Yeah, it's its own little bubble.
It's not like
which
Utah.
I'm grateful that I had. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
like, oh, that's. People are like, oh, you're from Utah. And I'm like, kind of.
Yeah. It's like, it's different.
Well, then I'm like, from
different
Park
where I'm
City.
from.
And every single person is like, oh, okay.
Oh,
so
yes.
not Utah.
So you're chill.
Okay, whatever.
So you're
no,
cool.
I loved it. We grew up hiking a ton in the mountains, ski in, ski out. I mean, I feel like it was just a magical
thing.
childhood. I feel really blessed. Yeah.
What did your dad do?
That's so funny. I didn't know my whole life, and then he's an entrepreneur.
Okay, so he just
He
starts
started
and things.
Yeah, OGO. Do you know the
Yes.
bag company?
Oh, yeah.
And PMD started PMD.
Did he sell them or does he
Yep.
still? Okay,
Yep.
that's
but
incredible.
he was a land developer. Like that's
Okay.
what he did. But then he always had his hands in all the things.
All the
and
things.
all of us are little entrepreneurs, and we were raised like that. It was
Yeah.
like, go do whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
And all of our spouses are like, okay, let's simmer down now. Like,
Take a breath.
I'm the gas. You're the brakes. Ehrman's like, okay, Abby,
Hold on.
like one thing a day.
Yeah.
And I'm like 500 things a day.
You're like, I'm on a roll.
But all of us are just like, what?
Entrepreneurs.
There's nothing
Let's
we
do it.
can't do.
But you went to college.
Yeah.
Did your dad go to college?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
We all graduated, like all of my family graduated in communications.
where'd you go?
I went to Utah State, and I
Okay.
actually graduated in liberal arts and sciences.
Okay.
So, I mean,
so you're prestigious.
even worse.
Yeah.
Even lower.
So you're like
yeah.
better than everyone.
Oh, yeah.
Like
I just got to take the classes I wanted.
no,
Like,
yeah.
Philosophy? Yes.
Math? No.
Math? Absolutely not.
No.
College of Humanities?
Sounds
Yes.
good.
Art? Yes.
Love. Is that-
Science?
What jobs usually go with that degree?
Nothing.
Okay.
Usually you go to like, you get a master's
Oh,
in something else.
okay.
Depending, like, it's all the humanities. So like English, history.
Could you be a teacher with that degree?
Yeah. Yeah. Teacher.
Okay. Professor,
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that where you met Ammon?
No.
Where'd you meet Ammon?
We were both river guides up in Jackson Hole. And I met him river guiding
Okay,
on
so
the river.
you graduated college and decided to move to Jackson Hole?
No. I'll tell you the story
Okay,
really
let's hear
fast.
it. No,
'cause
give
I
it.
feel like I tell this story all the time in Boresville, but it's
Okay.
cool.
Okay,
It's actually
a cool
cool.
story.
I went on a mission.
I have never heard the story, so I'm
Okay.
excited.
Okay, great. Okay,
you went on a mission.
Went on a mission. Loved it.
Where'd you serve?
I served in Argentina.
Oh,
I
Portuguese.
know. No,
Spanish?
Yes.
Fuck, I thought I knew
It's okay.
something.
It's okay.
Hola.
So, hola. ¿Cómo anda?
My
Okay.
mom's from Uruguay, so I should know
Oh.
Spanish.
Oh.
I know none. I know none.
Okay.
But my
well,
husband knows Spanish. He served in Honduras.
Okay, that's amazing.
Just a little side note. Okay,
Little side
continue with
note.
your story.
So I went to Argentina, served my mission, and then I got home and I had a semester and a half left. So I went to Utah State.
Yeah.
It was so weird going back to college after coming
Yeah.
home. And like it's different now, obviously, because the age changed.
Because yeah, you would have been 21.
I was 21 when I left and
Left.
almost 23 when I got home.
You're an old lady.
I know.
Like,
And I was like, this is weird. Like,
did you always want to go on a mission, or was it like, I'm
No.
not married yet, let's go?
No. It's funny because my sister Kelly, that has
Yeah.
9 kids, she was like, I want to go on a mission. I want to wait till I get married. I want to like go, like
Do the stuff.
travel around
Yeah.
the world and do this. And I'm like, I want to get married. I want to have kids, like right off the bat.
I want to make bread.
And I just want to live like a hobbit
yeah.
and don't bug me.
Yeah.
And it was exact opposite. She got married right off the bat, started popping babies out. I didn't get married till 24, didn't have kids till 29, like 8.
So old.
So old.
So old.
But just like not
Not normal. for
typical
what you
in
wanted.
Utah and
Yeah.
not what I wanted. And she didn't. And like, it's just funny because we
Just
switched.
Totally
Anyway,
switched. They usually
Went
happens,
back to,
though.
yeah, doesn't it?
It's
and
so
it's for
weird.
the, and I'm look back and I'm like, I am.
If you would have
so
told my
glad.
friends in high school I was the
I
first one
am
to get
so glad.
married, they would have been like, not
No.
a chance.
Yeah.
First one.
I'm so glad. I lived in like almost every continent. I traveled the world. I got to do so much fun stuff. Like
You've lived.
I've lived.
One Republic, the song.
Yes.
I lived.
Yeah.
That's your life.
It's true.
Yeah.
So then after going to one semester, one of my friends was her and her husband lived up in Jackson Hole for the
Yeah.
summers river rafting, and they were like, come up here and like work with us. And there's a ton of hot guys, like, and I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
So I actually moved up there to do the marketing.
Okay.
It's just easier to be like, we were river guides in Jackson Hole.
Yeah.
But the truth is I went up there to market for
you
the
were
Whitewater
on,
Company.
You were on the rafts.
Yeah. But Ammon
He was. He knows how to get
He was
dirty.
actually a canoe guide at first, and then the next year we went back married. So we go up there, we meet, so fun, summer loving, had me a blast. We actually didn't start dating until after the summer. He's 2 years younger than me, so he had just
Okay.
gotten off his mission.
You're a cougar.
I had gotten off mine.
Yeah.
Little fun, and like
Yeah.
I went up there with like I had a crush on another guy up there. So my sights were not on Ammon, and it like slowly switched over the summer.
You had to break someone's heart.
Ammon was like the best thing
that ever happened.
Ammon is the best thing that's ever happened to me.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, easily.
When did you
Anyway.
know? Like when were you like, okay, I'm dumping this guy, and I'm
Well,
just being with Ammon?
the guy
We can call him John Doe.
John Doe was not the guy I thought he was.
Oh,
Like
he's
he
one
was,
of those.
yeah, just the way,
Yeah.
great guy, but just like not
Not it.
it for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very handsome.
Thank you, Ammon.
Yeah, thank you, Ammon.
for saving Abby.
Yeah, for real. And Ammon's brother was up there and his wife, who I love. And I watched how his brother treated his wife and like how nice he was to her. And I
Yeah.
was like, he was raised right. Like,
I want that.
I want that for sure.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I mean,
What I want, I get.
exactly. Exactly.
Little flick of the wrist.
I know,
Flip
little-
of the hair.
I get it.
Bend and snap.
What I want, I get it. So yeah, it was great. And I think honestly, there were multiple times throughout the process where it was like I was praying so hard the whole
Yeah.
time because like marriage to me is like so important. And
Yeah.
it was like, remember, I was like, I want to get married
Yeah.
and I want to live like a hobbit. Like
Are
I
your
want to be
parents
taken
still married?
care of. Yeah.
So they're probably a great example to you. For
And
that,
his
too.
parents are still married, and I feel like that is rare.
It's very rare. My parents are still married too. Same with my husband's. I'm like, wow,
It's like
you
lucky.
beat the statistics.
I
Good
know.
job.
It's amazing. And they went through a lot.
Yeah, marriage is hard. Marriage is hard.
I don't
work.
know what marriage doesn't go through it, but like I'm learning.
Yeah,
I'm
Actually,
learning it's a choice. It's absolutely
It's a choice. And I said this on an episode with Brandon Armstrong because I just said marriage is hard. It's not hard. Life is hard. You
Life
need
is
to
hard.
Find somebody who can do hard life with you. But marriage is work.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
basically
Gandhi.
Dr. Phil. Or
No.
Gandhi. Both are ugly as hell. So.
I know, but I feel like
mustache or balls in a gown.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. True.
Yeah, it's fine.
I can't even
It's
handle
fine.
it. But
Yeah.
yeah, like it's like, dude, what is life gonna throw at us? And are we gonna stick through it together?
Yeah.
Or just be ripped apart?
Yeah. But you guys
Yeah,
chose
we're
each
just
other
and we keep doing it every day.
every day.
It's hard sometimes too when
Yeah.
you're like,
Ugh.
no.
Yeah, no. So you guys did the river rafting thing
Did
together.
the river rafting, then we got married that next March.
Got married in the Salt Lake Temple.
Yes.
I saw a picture. I got married there
Yes.
too.
Love
The prettiest temple.
it.
And now it's.
I know. Like
When is it
is
gonna open
when?
again?
That was my question to you.
I really want it because I
would think you would know.
I don't think I'll have a temple recommend ever again in my life. So I definitely want to go through the open house.
Yeah.
So
I
as
do
soon
too.
as it like,
You gotta
can I get a
go.
VIP? Can they do like an influencer
I wanna-
event?
Yeah. How do we get
I
on
wanna
that
go
list?
see it.
I have some friends we
'Cause,
can
yeah,
talk.
see if you can like get me in there.
Yeah. So yeah, that's I don't know when, but I went to the Salt Lake Temple, and then we moved up to Jackson Hole again and
Really?
lived in the tents again as
Lived?
newlyweds. Oh yeah, on a 10 by 10 cement slab.
Where'd you poop?
There was like a
Like a hole in the in the ground.
You're gonna oh my gosh. Every night before bed. So it's like a structure, it's like just a box structure.
Yeah.
It's like, literally if you draw a house on a piece of paper, that's what it looks like.
Yeah.
And I would hold onto the pole and stick my butt out the like flap and just pee every night right next to our tent. And by the end of summer, everyone's like, it smells so much like pee. And I'm like, I'm not changing that. I'm not going. There's like a bathhouse, like
it's too far.
a half a mile away.
I have to.
I'm not waking up in the middle of the night and
No.
not peeing outside the flap of my
Also,
tent.
peas protect you from bears. You were saving the camp.
I'm saving all y'all. So yeah, I go
Putting
down
the
to the
team on your
bathhouse, and there was only like maybe 10 girls there and
Yeah.
like 500 men, and it's a scout camp. Anyway, those bathrooms were
Disgusting.
terrifying,
Ew.
and it's like the toilet and the shower in the same stall, and you just kind of do your thing,
Oh. No. No.
Honestly, I'd wake up
No.
and put a hat on and be like, "Okay, I'm ready for the day."
No deodorant. We're
Like,
good.
hey, honey, aren't you glad you married?
No, you guys were gonna make it. Like if you
Oh.
made it through that,
If we can live in a tent together,
yeah, you're making it through life.
then first year of marriage, yeah.
Easy.
Oh, and we
Easy.
like brought a bed up there, which almost
Like a mattress?
yeah, like a full on mattress. Put it on, like cement blocks, cinder
yeah.
blocks.
Yeah. And just
We
had sex on it.
we had so much sex on that, and like I can't believe we didn't break the bed. Right? We're having sex multiple times a day in
my
a
gosh.
tent, in a
Multiple
scout
times a
camp,
day?
right next to the freaking bus drivers.
Good for you guys.
I know.
Have you kept that stamina up?
Are you kidding me? Tell me who has, so I can interview them.
No, I had the same question.
Who?
I don't know.
Anybody yet that you
Okay,
found?
I've had people come on who haven't been married longer than 3 years who are like, I need to do it every day. And I'm like,
Still?
what?
After 3 years, you
Yeah.
still?
I don't get it.
Who are these people?
I don't think they want to stay in. Actually, maybe not because like they're proud of themselves.
I would be.
but
Are
don't
you?
know.
I'd put it on a billboard.
I would put it on my forehead.
You could make so much money like sharing those secrets.
No, but I feel like it's something you're just like born with. Maybe you're just like the horniest.
Maybe you're
thing.
born with it.
Maybe.
Some people are born with
Maybe
depression.
It's Maybelline. Maybe
Some
she's-
people are born with very high sex drives.
Some people are depressed. Some people are horny.
Some people are born without limbs, and some people are born very horny.
Some people are born
It's
with
the
really
luck of the
long
draw.
limbs, if you know what I mean. There's going to be so many good clips for this podcast. I won't be able to choose.
Oh,
but
good.
some might not be appropriate for TikTok.
Yeah. We railed that bed.
yeah,
and threw
no.
it away at the end of the summer because it was.
yeah,
just...
you better have. That thing was probably nasty.
I'm not wiping after I'm peeing outside the tent. We're okay.
No.
Wow.
Like it's
It was-
gross.
Blood, sweat, and tears.
Blood, sweat, and tears and semen. that the name of the podcast? Blood, Sweat, and Tears and Semen with Abby Ayers.
Oh my gosh, it's true. Looking back at that camp. Oh my gosh.
Wow. And
We took the kids back there like 2 summers ago.
This
and
is
we're
where-
like, this is the place.
we
took pictures.
Go sit right there. Go sit right there. That's where me and Mom did that
We
thing.
literally took pictures. We're like, this is our tent place.
Oh
and
my
they're
gosh.
like, this is where you lived? And I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, honey.
Yeah. Where'd you live after that, though?
We
Like,
moved
what-
in just like a okay, so then I was like, I had like 3 credits left.
Okay.
And like that week, so it was the very last week of summer when Ammon and I started, like when he held my hand and kissed me.
Wow. Sexual tension was building up.
My first kiss was at 21.
Abby.
Like a month before I went on like a week before I went on a mission. And then I made out the entire week.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the entire mission.
No, the entire week. And like I get into the NTC and I'm like, should I tell the mission president about this? Like, we didn't do anything but make out,
Just
but
make
we
out.
full on made out for days
Love it.
in a bed. Oh my god.
Dirty.
We literally just made out though.
But like, good for you. You were 21.
Clothes
You
on.
you could buy alcohol. You can
Like
make out.
I waited.
You waited.
No, I that was not my choice. I wish I would have been kissed sooner, but like,
Yeah.
but the floodgates opened,
And you were like, okay.
and I was like,
You're like, I have a week. I got a week. We need to make
Yeah.
this worth it.
and then literally I woke up and went on a mission, and I was like, okay, like,
In high school, did you just not talk to boys?
no, I did. I just
You never
that's
went in
another
for
story.
it? Okay.
Another story for a different day.
Another
Anyway,
story. Okay.
just the wrong kind of guys, you know.
Yeah. The Park City guys.
Literally.
Lax bros.
Sorry, barf. No,
Skis,
no,
snowboard
yeah, I don't
bros.
know. Very cute, but just
Stinky.
not. Anyway.
Marijuana.
Anyway, no, it just didn't
Work
no,
out.
Didn't
Really
work
fine.
out. And I'm okay. Like, it was fine. Even
Yeah.
college, like, it was just, I don't know.
Yeah.
And then it got to a point where I was like,
Lesbian?
am I? No. But it was like, it was just like, okay, like, whatever. I don't know.
This
I
is
guess
my
I
life
just don't know
now.
how to, yeah, I was
This
like,
is my
I
life.
don't
I'll
know.
never kiss anybody
I guess
ever.
I literally don't know how to like deal with the X chromosome.
Is that what men have?
No, XY.
XY. Because
I don't know
women
how
have
to do XX.
XX. Yeah. And then
I don't know how to deal with that. I guess I'm
Yeah.
just not. This actually plays into a lot of like self-esteem, right? Where
Yeah.
it's like, am I not?
something wrong with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, obviously.
Like that's how you feel. You're like,
Yeah. And then I had to get to a point where I'm like, screw that.
I'm hot.
Whatever.
I get what I want.
Whatever the hell
Yeah.
is that thinking? Like, I just
Yeah.
had to be like, I like who I am.
And that was before mission.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well before the mission. And then I was terrified. Like, it's kind of scary going on a mission at 21 because you already feel like an old maid. And then you're
Yeah.
like, then when I get home, I'm going to be 23 and be an even older maid.
Yeah. Everyone's gonna be married with 3 babies.
Yeah. Anyway, so then we're making out like crazy. So anyway, end of the summer, Ammon holds my hand. He was the second guy I kissed ever. And
That's
He held my
precious.
hand, and then he kissed me the next night.
It's
And
game
it
over.
was game over.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't know that night that I'd marry him, but that night, something like deep within both of our souls, and we talk about it all the time. I wasn't like, oh, I'm gonna marry him,
Yeah.
or like,
Yeah.
but like something deep within our souls, like connected. It was
Twin flames.
yeah,
It's a
Yeah.
good thing.
it really did.
Yeah.
And he would say the same thing. Like, it was so spiritual and like intimate. I don't even know how to explain.
Were you his
He
first
was
girlfriend?
No, he
No.
was walking me to my tent when this like
Feeling.
thing- yeah. we weren't like we were just holding
Walking,
hands
yeah.
and walking, and it
You
was
weren't
like
making out.
we had just made out.
Right.
But then
It was past.
it was
that
past
point.
that point, and it was
Yeah.
like, oh my gosh, who is this man?
I must marry him.
Yeah, and then we went on a trip together, just us two.
Before marriage?
Yeah.
Wow.
We went to Oregon where he
Okay.
served his mission.
Okay, boring.
He was like, I want to take you to my
You're
mission.
like,
And I was
same,
like, where?
Argentina, let's go.
I know. I'm like, let's go, which we haven't yet.
You haven't?
No.
Oh, you have to this year.
No, I know.
This year.
Dude.
Make it happen.
Oh my gosh.
I'm putting it on your bucket list.
Look at me.
You need to.
I'm already excited.
No, you're going.
Okay.
You're going. You're going.
Anyway, so we go to Oregon and we had this awesome whole trip. And the whole trip we were like, we can't kiss because
It'll escalate.
it'll escalate. So we did like a no physical touch. I mean, we like
No contact.
yeah, no contact until the drive home. It was lovely. But
Yeah.
when we were driving around, there was a sign that said "Wake up with the King." It was a Burger King ad.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
with the King, the Burger King.
Yeah.
And
Nasty place.
I literally was like, "Oh my gosh, Ammon's the one."
It's a sign.
It's a literal sign.
So basically,
I don't even know.
Burger King should have been served at your wedding.
It honestly should have been.
Like
Literally
opportunity.
wake up with
Missed
the king,
opportunity.
and I was like, "Done, Ammon.
Wake up
I'm
with
yours.
the king.
I'm waking up with the
I'm
king."
dead. I'm dead.
I need to find that.
That's your sign.
I need to find the banner that says "Wake up with the king."
That's incredible. That's incredible.
It
So
was
you
a sign, and then I just kept. I was praying like, "Heavenly Father, is He the one?"
Yeah.
And it was always like,
Also, I love how
it
you
was
keep
never
petting
like,
the chair.
I know. It's velvet. What else do you want me to do with
so,
it?
so soft.
Hi.
Hey.
Yeah, like I always was just like, is he the one? Is he
Yeah.
right? And I never got a yes or a no. And I was so scared to marry somebody. My biggest fear was marrying somebody and then waking up the next morning and being like,
What'd
I
I do?
just made the worst decision of my life. That was my biggest fear.
Yeah.
Literally.
I get that.
And so, yeah, I just kept being like, is he the one? Is he the one? And I never got a yes or a no. But I just was like, well, I'm going to keep going down this
Yeah.
road. I'm just going to keep going and just like make the decision myself then. And I remember waking up the morning after I
Saw the sign.
was no longer a virgin.
Oh, yeah. We're
After
fast
my
forwarding.
marriage.
We're fast forwarding.
The day I got married,
Yes.
woke up the next day, and I just got the biggest, like, you made the best choice, Abby. I'm so proud of you. And I was like, yes, I did it.
Yeah.
He's the right one.
Yeah, you had to choose for yourself.
Yeah, it was good.
It sounds like you get like really good answers from your prayers. Because before we were
Yeah,
talking,
yeah.
we were talking about prayers.
It's big. It's
like,
big for me.
Spirituality seems like it's very huge
Yeah.
for you.
It wasn't always this way.
Really?
Well, I've been through different. I mean, all of us. This is like, why is spirituality such a like sensitive subject for people? Because we are spiritual beings.
Yeah, absolutely.
We are. Whether you like believe that or not. Like when
Yeah.
you die, you no longer have something.
Your
What
personality,
is that
your
thing?
everything. Yeah.
What is that?
It's a spirit.
It's your spirit.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, but like,
Yeah.
prove me wrong.
They just kill you.
Yeah.
Done.
And then it's gone. So like,
Yeah.
there's something.
Right.
And like, yeah, that's a part of us as humans. And like tapping into that is sacred.
powerful.
It's powerful.
Yeah.
It's sacred. It's amazing. It's incredible. And like, why are you not using that? Why are you not like recognizing who you are?
Yeah.
Why aren't you tapping into that? Why is everybody like turning that off or tuning that down?
Yeah.
And I think there's been a huge awakening to that.
I think so too.
Like, I think our generation is way more into that, way more accepting of that, way more like the vibrations, the
All the
feelings.
things, yeah.
Like, do you know that our auras, I just recently learned this, our auras actually, like our magnetic aura
Yeah.
that our heart creates, it's an energetic field based on our heartbeat, protrudes like 5 feet around us at all times. It's like a scientific fact. So our auras are touching right now. That's why, like, when people are talking about the vibes,
yeah.
like, literally my aura is touching your aura.
And I have good vibes right now. I don't know about you.
I'm, like, gonna fly away right now.
Like
I feel so good.
I feel so good.
We're in the right spot talking about the right thing right now. And we are not high. We're not on shrooms.
We're completely here.
Sober.
Yeah.
No, like total. I am so into all of that so much.
Yeah, because
Holy Ghost.
Yeah.
Heavenly Father, Jesus. Like, why not
Why not?
use those tools?
Because, yeah, it definitely, you've had some, which we'll talk about, like your life went viral. It just blew up one day.
It's crazy.
And you
like,
felt,
is this
you
the way
felt
you're
that.
going? Is this the way you want this podcast to go?
Like that, like,
Is this
our
happening?
conversation?
Yeah, like, is this good?
Yeah, we can. Oh, yeah.
Are we doing it right?
Oh, we're doing everything right. There's no right or wrong way to do it. Sometimes we skip over questions.
There's no
sometimes
wrong
we
way
don't.
to eat a Reese's.
There's no wrong way to do a podcast. So do one.
Okay.
Just do it already, Abby. Start
I know.
a podcast.
I know. It's
Start a
coming.
podcast.
It's coming.
Okay, so yeah, let's kind of talk about the blow up of social media for you, because I found you when you got your hair cut.
Yes.
And I thought you already had a following before
No.
then. And you told me before this you had 600 followers.
So I had 600 followers ish when I joined Instagram and
Yeah.
whatever. And then Layla Palmer, this amazing cutie from Alabama, she shared me like a year before Carol, the whole Carol thing.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I think that I had like 600 people follow me from that.
What did she share? What did she share?
I have no, it was just me. So I like love Instagram stories.
Yeah.
Like I did not realize that people followed people that they didn't know on Instagram.
You didn't get that?
No.
The influencer thing?
No. I'm like, I don't know. I was like, wait, people follow people they don't know?
Like, that's creepy. Why are you following
That's
them?
weird.
You don't know them.
Yeah, like why?
Yeah.
But like, why?
Why?
Anyway, so I loved Instagram stories when they came out. And so I just started storying, which I thought selfies were super like ick and just not good. And then I started storying and I'm like, this is really weird, but I like it. Like I'm a mom, I have small kids. We just hang out all day. Like Ammon works.
Yeah.
And like, what's up?
Like, let's talk.
And when I started doing stories, like my cousins would comment, my sisters, and everybody like knew what I was up to.
Yeah,
and I was
a
like,
way to
this is such a good way to connect. Yeah. I was like, why isn't everybody doing this?
Yeah.
Because it's awkward.
Because it's weird to talk to yourself.
It was weird. It was weird for probably a week. And then I was like, I'm over it.
Yeah.
It's too fun.
It's fun.
It's too fun for me. And
You're good
I like
at it.
showing the crazy stuff.
Yeah.
I love
craziest
when
things happen to
Helen
you.
literally has a blowout and it is all over the bathroom. I'm showing that on my story.
Because how old were
Absolutely.
your 3 kiddos when you started Instagram? Like,
Aspen was in kindergarten. So she was 5. Taggart was 4. Helen was 2.
Okay.
That's like,
you were in like the thick of, you were like where I am right now. Kind of.
thick of it.
Yeah.
And I didn't leave the house. Maybe to go to church and to go grocery.
Just the basics.
I was living my Hobbit life.
Yeah.
But like not in a good way.
You were
Like,
you
I
mentally,
I was
feeling
mentally just like it helped me like I was like narrating my life.
yeah, romanticizing your life.
It was and it still is
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah.
I don't know how creators or influencers have the stamina unless it's like it can't just be the money.
No. You have to like it.
Yeah.
You have to
Or
enjoy
I mean,
it.
I guess you can do it. But like
It wouldn't be as authentic if it's
but
just
also
for
just
money.
like I don't know. I guess everybody does it differently. But like for me personally and how I do it, like it is literally me just documenting my life for me. And I always think like if my kids die, they have years of like archived
if your
saves.
kids die or
I'm sorry.
you
If
die.
I die,
We're like, wow, we're getting
so sorry.
dark.
If I die,
Okay.
this is like my journal for my
Yeah.
kids. Go to any day in the last 4 years
And they can see.
and you can see what we did and like hang out and
Yeah.
do things, you know?
No, I love it.
Like it's for me. It's for me more than anybody else. And I don't post for other people. Like it's for me.
It's for you.
So I was like in it. I was posting daily in stories anyway.
Yeah.
And then like I got a haircut that I didn't love.
Right.
Or a little reset.
The Carol cut.
The Carol cut.
Cutting off all the bleach
And I got in my
ends.
car and I was like, what the fuck? And I just had like it was my like authentic reaction to
Yeah.
getting a really bad haircut.
Yeah.
And I think it went viral because everybody's been in that spot.
Everyone. When I think people who haven't, like I've had a bad haircut, but not to my earlobes. Like like that's my worst nightmare. Like that is my worst nightmare. So even people who didn't have
It's
that,
like,
like
no.
it's like triggering for them. They're like,
And it
oh
wasn't
my
even,
gosh.
it's not, literally, it wasn't even that bad of a haircut. It was just that I didn't vibe with it.
It wasn't
and it
your
was like, okay, this is who I am now.
Yeah, this is your personality.
This is me.
Yeah.
I'm Carol. I'm a 75-year-old woman, grandma.
Yeah, put the
that,
curlers in.
You know, here we go.
Let's do it.
And my kids, they're like, make it long again.
I know. I watched
Helen,
the videos over
make
and over
it
again.
long again. I'm like, yeah, sorry, honey.
No, mommy can't afford
Mommy
extensions.
can't. People ask me all the time, why didn't you go get extensions? I'm
Like, is there $1,000?
I didn't know. Well, I probably would have, honestly.
like, I need this.
Just like, but I didn't. Yeah, anyway. It's a good thing I didn't. I'm proud. I embraced that. And it was like, this is who I am now. And here we go. And it's funny because like when I went viral, I didn't know what that meant. Like I didn't know. So when Layla shared me and 600 people that I didn't know followed me, it was kind of weird because I was like, why are you sticking around? Like, why are you here? But like, I didn't really think anything of it. Like, whatever. I don't know.
You're like, this is fun.
Yeah. I was like, okay, you like that too. And you like that my daughter just threw up all over the place and that I just like threw my bra out the back and I don't know.
Just showing real life.
Yeah. Just showing real life and just having fun. And anyway, so I knew people that didn't know who I was liked to follow me. So I was like, okay, great. Like I'll be a bright spot in somebody's day. I'll be relatable. So when I went viral, a lot of people started following me. I think I hit 10,000 followers like a month after the Carol cut. So it wasn't like
super quick,
skyrocketing crazy, but it definitely made me start trending so that like more and more people viewed my account. And there was not like analytics back then.
Yeah, no, it was completely different.
It was just kind of
so
like
2019.
Yeah, 2019.
And people followed you because that one story, but then people continued following.
Well, yeah, then people stuck around, and I was like, "Why are you here?" You're like, "What's up?"
Because you're funny as fuck.
Anyway, I was just kind of like, "Wow, guys." So then I was like, "What the freak do I post about now?"
Yeah, like what do you do now?
And I prayed. I was like, "Heavenly Father, like, what am I doing? Do I just like get off?"
Yeah. Is this too much for me? What do
Well,
I
yeah,
do?
it is.
Yeah.
It's overwhelming.
Yeah.
It's very like, everyone's like, oh, I want to go viral. I'm like, do ya? Do you know what comes with that?
Oh, a lot.
A lot comes with that.
Did you get a lot of hate right off the bat, or was it mostly positivity stuff?
All positive. I mean, there were some that were like super rude, and I was like, whoa, that person
needs
mean.
Jesus.
That person needs to tap into their spirit.
What aura do you have? Black,
I don't
scary,
know.
dark, evil.
It was
aura?
weird. It was weird. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I guess I got some hate, and it was weird and hard, and you take it personally, and like nobody sat down and was like, "Let me teach you the ways."
Yeah,
because it's the Wild West. It still is.
Like, oh yeah.
Everybody does it differently.
It's not regulated.
Nobody knows what the freak they're doing. Nobody knows like anything.
And
I was like searching for somebody to come and like help me and talk me through this. And I met so many influencers, and I wanted to collab with them.
You have so many influencer
and
friends.
because I'm like, can we freaking talk?
Yeah.
Because I don't have anybody else to talk to.
Yeah.
Like nobody relates to me except for you guys.
Yeah.
So now you're a part of my community.
Yeah, you're my
peers. So like when you go into business and law school, like you get to meet all your peers and you talk through things, and it's hard, and it's like
you're in it together.
Yeah. Show me how you do that as a creator. It's really lonely, and it's hard, and it's like, well, what do you do about this? It's very competitive. It's very cutthroat. And I think there's a lot of like scarcity mentality where it's if my follower follows you and me, they're going to buy from you, and I don't want to share this, and blah, 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 blah. And it's just like, weird.
Yep.
It's weird.
Yep.
But there's a lot of people that are like, I want to grow with you. And when you win, I win. And let's figure it out together. And how do you make money? Yeah. Like, I had no idea how to make money on Instagram. Right. And a lot of creators that go viral now, they do grow so fast, but they're making no money, and they have no idea how.
No idea.
And I'm like, come to me. I am an open book and I will teach you.
Because did you work prior to
Yes.
influencing? What were you doing?
So I had 2 jobs.
Okay.
I worked for Engage Now Africa, which is a nonprofit, and I
Okay.
was in charge of their social media marketing. And then I worked
So
for
you were
my-
in charge of social media marketing,
Yeah.
but you didn't.
I've been a marketer for
Okay.
a long time.
But you never were doing your own social media stuff. It was
No,
just
it was like I could see business, like it was for business and
Okay.
it was for a nonprofit.
Profit.
So it was like, how do we raise money?
Yeah.
How do we raise awareness? I knew Facebook. Facebook was way bigger back
way
then.
bigger. Way bigger.
And you know, just
that kind of stuff.
and it was about that same time that I was like starting Instagram stories.
Gotcha.
And then I also did marketing for, and remember I was a marketer for the Teton Whitewater
Yes.
up in Jackson
Yes, you
Hole.
were.
Like I've done marketing
Forever.
literally forever. And then my second job was I was the director of D2DCon, which is a huge door-to-door sales.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a huge
Yes.
convention for door-to-door sales that my little brother Sam created and started.
That's incredible.
So he was like, Abby, will you help me put this on? And I was like, are you going to pay me? And he was like, yes. And I was like, done.
let's
do it.
Jinx.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So good. Right. What
Yeah.
is Ammon? What was Ammon doing at the time?
Ammon, he was working for Serve Pro. It's like a
Okay.
disaster relief.
Is he
cleanup.
still doing that?
No,
No. Okay.
no.
Was he actually cleaning the stuff?
So he would go in and like mitigate. So like if you had a flood down here,
Yeah.
he'd like stop the flooding, and then he would clean based on like what you wanted.
Yeah.
But he was kind of the liaison between the insurance and the cleaning crew and the client.
Gotcha.
So, and he did a lot of like reconstruction bids and a lot of, so yeah, he did all of it. It was great. It was great.
But then once you start influencing and you did start making money.
Well, I was like, I don't think a lot of people realize like how much actually goes into influencing.
Yeah.
And just
Content
This
creation,
world.
this world, yeah.
they haven't, until you actually do it,
It's 24/7.
it is.
The benefits are great though, like the money, those
The
things.
benefits
it's
are great.
amazing.
Well, when you know how. I wasn't making any
exactly.
money. And
Yeah.
I was like, I am neglecting my family. I am answering DMs 12 hours a day.
Yeah.
I am I'm so worried about losing followers or not like posting or creating or sharing that like I have to come up with new stuff. And I started like analyzing it, and it was like,
Become obsessive.
oh yeah, you go on a wild trip. And like I think I always stayed authentic,
Yeah.
but lots of fear, lots of like, what if I say something wrong? A lot of people get canceled. A lot of people get this. It could all go away tomorrow. Instagram could be obsolete. Like there's
Yeah.
so many issues and problems, and you could like, you say the wrong thing and it's like everybody jumps on you, and
Yeah.
it's hard when negative, and it's hard when it like comes out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Like when you say something and you're talking about a specific thing and
Yeah.
you expect hate and like people to disagree with you, you're expecting that.
Yeah. You're like, okay.
But when
this
it
is gonna
comes out
come.
of nowhere, you're like, I
Wasn't expecting this.
am terrible.
Yeah.
Like I should not.
I should jump off a cliff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so there was definitely a learning curve, and I think, okay, so like first it was just fun and games and all the crazy stuff, and it was just fun, and
Yeah.
I was growing and all the things, and then it was kind of like I can't keep doing this without getting paid.
Yeah.
But then it's like, how do you monetize? And again, nobody's sitting there being like, this is how you monetize.
Yep.
This is a totally new space, even for bloggers who like.
Yeah.
Like they didn't know how to monetize in Instagram. There was no swipe up.
Yeah. No.
And so, well, I guess there was.
There actually now there's no swipe up. Now it's
Yeah,
click
now
this
it's a
link,
click.
But
like nobody like sat you down and was like, this is a hit.
yeah.
This is an Amazon affiliate. Oh, so many people were like, well, don't you have Like to Know It? And I'm like,
What is that?
not a clue.
Yeah.
Remember how I don't follow influencers?
Yeah. You're like, I don't know anything.
Remember how I went to a party of like full blown influencers and Shay McGee sitting by herself at a freaking table? And I'm like, oh, she's sitting alone. So I like go talk to her, and I'm like, who are you? Oh my gosh. Like, oh my gosh. And then
What
I'm
did
like,
she
just
say?
the coolest person ever. Oh, she was amazing. She's
She's
like,
like-
I'm Shay. Who are you? And I was like, I'm Abby.
And then later you go look her up and you're like, please come do my whole house.
Oh, it was so, I was like, Shay, I will
So
never
sorry.
live that one down. I'm so sorry. You're like amazing. I'm just an idiot. I don't know anything.
I don't know how I got invited.
No,
here,
Shay
but anyway.
is one of the most lovely people I've ever met.
She seems lovely. Shay, come on the pod. I'm obsessed.
Yeah, Shay.
The show, their Netflix show. I binge
Oh.
it in 2 seconds.
I didn't find out for like a year later. No, it was. I'm telling you.
You said that to her, and then a year later you figure it out.
Yeah, and then a year later I went to Cake by Courtney's book signing, and I was like, and she was there, and I'm like, Shay, do you hate me? I'm so sorry. And she was like, oh, who cares? Like, it doesn't matter,
gosh,
you know.
That's so funny.
She's a real she's real,
yeah.
you know.
It-
There was no ego at all.
Oh, I love that.
And she was like, I don't care. Like, no, like, who cares?
I love that.
She was
so
so sweet.
much.
I know. I really, really like her. She's cute.
So you start monetizing.
So then I was like, so I started doing affiliate work because
Yeah.
that's like, no one's going to take you on unless you have 100,000
Yeah,
followers,
yeah.
period. No talent agency is messing around. I'm sure it's different now.
No.
Okay. Well, unless you have 100,000, like, it's off the table. So then
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, like what affiliate? So I started doing affiliate work, and it was like, whoa, like I can recommend something and people will go buy it. And that is a power. I'm going to say this. I did not understand that power. I do now. And
Yeah.
I am way more picky, way more honest.
Yeah.
Because then there's the fear of like, okay, I'm selling a lot of this and I should sell more. And people like, well, that's another thing. If people like it and buy,
Yeah.
then that's obviously a win-win.
Yeah. It's
right?
a good product.
And I never was like, I hate this product, but I'm going to share it anyway. Never.
It was
But
like,
there were
eh.
some things where I'm like, I mean, okay,
Yeah.
I'll try this. And I mean, it's fine. Now
should-
I'm like, if it is not a 10 out of 10,
I'm not recommending.
I'm not.
Yeah.
No.
No.
And even with paid, I was offered a very large paid ad. So then I hit 100,000. I got an agent. They started giving me paid ads. Amazing. Again, you go through that cycle of like, oh, that's such a good offer. Do I like?
Do I pass this up? Do I take it?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. It's hard. Well, I mean, there was one that was really big. It was a weight loss company. But it was like, you're not going to make a liar out of me.
what was it wanting you to say?
Well, it was a weight loss, like, it was a full-blown weight loss program. And I'm like, I don't believe in that.
Like, I'm not
I'm
doing
so
that.
sorry. I will never do that.
Will you do
And their offer was
crazy?
multiple, yeah, like,
Do you consider yourself like a body positive person?
absolutely.
Because you seem very confident in who
which
you
is
are.
really funny. I think a lot of people like look at me like that, but I never talk about it.
Yeah.
I just live it,
Yeah.
and that's it. And everyone's like, well, how do you do it? And I'm like, I don't know.
I
Just be nice to yourself, for heaven's
Yeah.
sakes. Just stop caring what other people think and just
Do you think it helps
start
those
small.
too that you surround yourself with people that love you for your personality and it's
Yeah.
not like what you look like on the outside? Like they know you deep down, they know who you are.
Yeah, that helps for sure.
Because
But I don't think that you can honestly, it starts with you. I
Oh,
don't
it
think
totally
you can
does.
honestly love yourself. Even if other people love you so much,
no, for sure.
you can still hate yourself. So it's like, how do you get to a point where it's like, I don't want to live this way anymore,
yeah.
and I want to live a different way. Because it's a choice. I mean,
It's a
it's a
choice.
choice, and I know that there's ups and downs, and your body's going to change, and all the things. But you have. It's just like marriage. Like you have to choose how you want to treat yourself, mentally,
absolutely.
spiritually, emotionally, and get help.
Yeah.
Go to therapy. Go try different things. Try exercise. If exercise doesn't work, don't beat yourself up over it.
Yeah.
Find something else.
Has
And
there-
don't feel guilty about it.
Because I feel like a lot of influencers, when they have like these followings and people love them for the way they look, they
Yeah.
feel this need to keep that look, and to
Exactly.
look that way.
How do they do it?
Like that's exhausting. And so I feel like
It's unrealistic too.
It's so unrealistic. So I feel like it's so nice that you started as you and like with people who recognize you for you, and there's no facade, there's no look that you have to portray or
I'm
be.
still just like, I hope I'm giving you something, because I'm doing my thing over here.
I'm just being me.
Yeah, no, I feel very, very grateful that this gift has been given to me.
Yeah.
And the longer that this goes on, the more I'm like, it's powerful.
Yeah.
And it's scary, and it's a big responsibility, and I take it super seriously. Like, and I appreciate that, and I love that. And that's why I will continue to be vulnerable, and I will continue to just show up as me.
Which is why people love you.
Right. But
like,
the minute that it's like, this doesn't feel right, or like I'm not showing up right, the minute that I like start feeling that, I'm like, ugh.
Yeah. Well, because are you the main provider now with influencing?
Yeah.
So when did Ammon like quit his job?
Probably, I think it was in 2021.
Okay. So can you confidently say that social media has completely changed your life?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. 1,000%.
My life, my family's life, my husband's life, our future generation, like,
for sure.
Well, yeah. And I wonder, I'm like, if I just stopped posting and I just like never posted again,
yeah,
like people still know who I am, which is scary. Like, I'm like, I can't
just turn it off.
Like, I can, but at the same time, I'm like, I go to the grocery store and people, like, I don't know. I don't know how this is going to end. I don't know how this is going to affect I know it will affect it has affected my children, good and bad.
Yeah.
It's affected me good and bad. Like, it's been I jumped on a roller coaster, and we've just been riding the roller coaster.
When you say that it affects your kids, does it make you want to not show your kids?
Both. All the things.
Because how do they feel about it?
So that's a good question, because when we started, they were little. Like, I don't think Helen knows life without this, like, this form of living.
Yeah.
And Aspen and Taggart are just so awesome. They're all so awesome. And if they are uncomfortable, and especially as they get older, they're like, don't show that or don't post that. And if I am talking with them, I'm like, can we share this, or are you comfortable? Or I'll film it and be like, hey, did you like that? Just like anybody else. Yeah. And they're like, no, I didn't. Or they'll be like, can we refilm that? No, they rarely do that. Unless it's like an ad that we want to be in or something. And they're like, I want to like
make sure my hair is behind my ear.
Not really. No, they've maybe done that once. But like, I think they recognize okay. Because I'm the same on and off air, I think it's actually super helpful and healthy for them to see that.
Yeah.
I'm showing them that they can show up on social media who they really are.
Yeah. I love that.
And when I get haters, we talk about that, because you get haters at school. Like, I have learned that it's not good to shelter your children from everything. It's good to be right there next to them and go through it with them and help them as much as you can and love them. But taking that away from them is just detrimental to their progression.
No, I agree. Do you feel any sense of regret for anything you've ever posted about them before they were older? No. What's that?
When I should say this. I am way more aware now, and I've grown up. So like, before I had a huge following, like I showed Helen in a diaper, or like ripping her diaper off, running around the house naked.
Right. And now you would never.
I would never do that.
Yeah.
But like, it was my cousins and my family.
Yeah,
and
it
like
was
girls, and I knew every single person. So like,
it's different.
But never. And it's interesting, again, with the spirit, like anytime I post anything that's like somewhat, it feels off, I like know, and I delete it.
Really?
immediately. Or people that like follow me. Like some people will follow me and I'll be like, no.
And you block them.
Yeah.
I block a lot of people too.
I don't block a ton of people, but I like, it will happen. Or like they'll message. I guess I do block people, but it's only like those random.
See, no,
moments
anytime
where
I
it's
get
like-
a random man blocked.
Yeah.
I'm like, you don't need to be
Yeah.
following me.
Yeah, no.
I don't want you in my algorithm. I don't want you in my
You
no.
out.
No, I want my numbers to be 99% women, 1% man.
Yeah.
If that.
Yeah, that's
If
fine,
that.
too.
So it has changed your life and your kids. It's going to change your
Yeah.
kids' lives.
Yeah,
It's
it's
just been
amazing.
amazing. You've had incredible opportunities, incredible things.
Yeah.
You did like a murder mystery dating
So
show.
fun.
Like, have you?
I've tried to be a matchmaker and I've
Yes.
failed.
But,
Failed
like,
miserably.
Have you ever been in like television or acting? Because it feels like it comes really naturally to
That's
you.
really sweet. Okay, so I did a project. I wish that it had launched so we could talk about it.
Me too.
I can't talk about it. But
Okay.
I mean, so
Okay.
I don't know what I can say.
Is it
so I'm just
going to
gonna say-
happen?
Yes.
Okay.
But I was approached. So my talent manager,
Is it when you went to
Kara,
New York?
She's amazing. Yes.
Okay.
So like 2 years ago, my talent manager offered Ammon and I a job with a lube company that is very world renowned,
Okay.
amazing,
Okay.
big company, right? And it was kind of like a 4-part series thing, and we were one of the couples, and we had a
Okay.
whole thing. We filmed in
You were gonna do a
Malibu.
sex tape. It was like-
Amazing. Yes, amazing. We filmed the whole thing. We got paid, but it never aired.
Really?
Yeah, the company never aired it, which is so weird. Anyway, I don't know if I'm like,
Yeah,
can I?
no, they don't even. Well, you didn't say their name. Nobody knows
No.
who you're even talking about.
So
But like
then,
for them to have
so
that budget and then not even
Yeah.
air it, that's crazy.
it's crazy. Yeah. So that happened, and so I got to meet a lot of people on the Vox Media team.
Okay.
And like we just clicked, we vibed, it was amazing. So this new project came up and they were like, we want Abby to be like
In it.
in this. Yeah. And it was like it's like a rom-com.
Oh, I'm so excited.
It's so good. It's a docu-series and it's coming out either this month or next month.
oh, that's gonna
it's-
be so good.
It's good.
Can you say what platform it'll be on or no?
I don't know.
Okay.
I think they're bidding it to like a bunch
Oh,
of
to
different.
see who will take it.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
crazy.
so exciting.
I know. Is that crazy?
Because I was.
I think it'll be on pop. I can't say.
Well, because I saw you in New York. And I'm like, what is she doing there? Like,
Yeah, I was filming
because you were like saying you were filming something, but I'm like, what is she filming
it was
exactly?
So fun.
So has that ever been like a dream of yours when you were little to like
No.
be in movies or to be
No.
famous or any of those things? No?
No, no.
No.
Remember, I want to be a hobbit in my house. I want to be married with my kids.
And now you're in rom-coms, Abby. What is going on? Rom-coms and lube commercials.
Oh yeah, really low. Oh my gosh.
Oh, I
Yeah,
love it.
that was such a fun project. I think it's gonna keep going.
That's exciting.
If it goes well, I hope it goes well, and we can just keep going with it. It's so good. It's so fun. It's so random.
I love it. I love it. You not only have you had the coolest experiences and opportunities, you've also had the craziest things happen to you. Like
Everyone's like, your
You
life's
can't
like
make
a
this shit
reality
up.
show.
No,
I know,
like,
and I'm like, I don't know.
it's
I
just
don't know.
happening. Was your
It's
life
just like-
always like this, even before social media?
I don't know. Like
just
honestly,
didn't notice
I'm
it?
like, I don't know.
Like
Because I literally lived in Ukraine. I lived in Zambia, Africa. I lived in Washington, D.C. I lived in Jackson. Like, I
you've lived.
I lived in Argentina. Like, I have done, is this who I am?
Yeah. You're just
I just am
It.
crazy. I'm just always like, and things.
happened.
Animals, always.
Animals love you
Just like, yeah, but like in a,
in a sexual way.
no, you made that face. No, in the weird,
Like they speak to you.
no,
Okay,
no,
where
they
are we
just
going with
always
this?
show up
Oh, like
in my life.
Okay.
In the weirdest ways. Like
animals.
One day,
We're talking about animals.
One day,
Okay.
it's my birthday, 2020. maybe 2019.
Okay.
Honestly, no, probably 2018.
Okay.
Me and Ammon living at his parents' house because we're building a house, like we're fixing up a house. We wake up in the middle of the night to a, and I'm like, what the? I'm like, what is in this room? Our door is shut too. Waking Ammon up, and I'm like, what the F is under our bed? A freaking stray cat.
Just under your bed.
A feral cat is under our freaking bed. And Ammon's like, it's fine. Just like, and I'm like, get him out of this room. And he's like, I'm not getting it. He didn't, we just went back to bed.
Did you adopt the cat?
No, Ammon left for work in the morning. And I'm like, you got to get the cat. He's like, it's too far under the bed. So then I have to go get my father-in-law, and he gets a broom, and he's like shooing the
cat out?
feral cat out of the house.
Are you not an animal person?
I don't know. It's
You
not
have
that
a
I'm
dog.
not. I have a dog. Like, I like animals, but like birds will fly into my house multiple times. Like probably 25 times in my life, a bird has flown into my home, and I have to grab the bird and throw it out the
Birds
window.
are like good juju, though.
Is it?
That's what I've heard because I have very weird instances with birds.
Same.
I don't know what it is.
I don't
Not
know.
feral cats, but birds.
Oh, we tore down like same house that we were redoing.
Yeah.
There was like animal corpses in the walls.
In the
I
in
have
the
pictures.
walls?
In the walls, in between the drywall.
So
Like,
what does
the
that
weirdest
mean?
Stuff.
That's crazy.
I think that a cat somehow got in an attic, gave birth to the babies, and the babies like slid down.
No, that's awful.
But like, wouldn't you like hear that?
no, that's awful.
Anyway,
The most crazy thing that happened to you
That was
recently,
weird.
though,
yeah.
is like
Sorry, that was a weird tangent, and you
no,
can
that
edit
was
all of
that was
out.
no. I don't edit, so this is just all going up. Get ready. I'll edit if like something crazy happens,
Oh, okay.
but like
Wow.
I don't edit.
Good.
When I first started the podcast, I didn't have Carly to help me or teach me anything. Didn't know how to work a laptop. Never went to
Carly.
college, and so everything was
Where-
in one take. Everything was one take. I didn't know what I was doing.
And you're like, sorry if you mess up, but like,
yeah,
good.
yeah. No, that was life. That was my life. I would read my ads in front of them.
Good.
Like,
Good.
don't know what I was doing. Don't know. I've
You were doing it right.
There's been a lot of
You hit a million
progression.
downloads.
I know that.
How
was
does
really
that
cool.
feel?
That was really cool. It was really cool.
What'd you do to celebrate?
I,
Were you like watching it?
Oh yeah. The minute it happened, I was like, I'm posting and telling everybody I hit 1 million downloads. It was so cool. It's
I
still
don't
crazy
even
to
know
think
what
about.
a million downloads means.
A lot of people don't.
What
And
does it mean?
And I don't think that's the thing. I don't think it holds any like gravity or anything like.
But a million of anything is like, that's
Yeah,
a million grains of sand, maybe not so much, but
but
like,
like 1 million of anything is a lot.
that's
And
a lot.
I think the people who understand how crazy that is are people who are in podcasting
Yeah.
and know like the numbers and how hard it is, especially as somebody who doesn't have a following. Like I started Weekly Trash as a mom.
Yeah.
It was a brand new page. My personal page had 600 followers.
Look at us
And
starting from scratch over here.
You know, I said 600 because you had 600. It probably wasn't 600. It's probably like 780, maybe 420.
Great.
Who knows? It wasn't
knows?
It wasn't exactly 600.
Great.
But yeah, and so 1 million for me is like, what? That's crazy. That's crazy.
Is it 1 million subscribers, 1 million listens, a
A
million?
million downloads? So that means that they followed the show and they've
downloaded
listened to the episode. And like listens are different. I hit 1 million listens within my like first year because listens, it doesn't matter if it's 2 seconds or the whole episode.
Okay. Well, I mean,
So-
I think that's still pretty cool.
No, it is very cool. It's
Okay.
very cool. So
but
thank
1 million
you.
downloads done,
Done.
dude.
Now 10 million's the next goal.
I know. Isn't that funny though?
It's never enough.
Never
enough. Never enough. We are on the same wavelength.
It's so. This is a trap, though. I will say.
This is a trap?
Yes.
Why?
Just celebrate and be happy with the
Oh,
million.
okay. And yeah, we'll talk about that in personal trash is my
Okay. Good.
my mental beat and everything. But your house caught on fire. Can we talk about that? Like talking about crazy things
Dude.
that happened to you.
Craziest.
So, okay, because you,
Have you ever been in a fire?
no,
Neither had I.
thank goodness.
And the whole, do you know what I thought very first? Stop,
This Is
drop,
Us?
roll.
Oh, I would have thought of the This Is Us movie with the crock pot. Did you ever watch that show?
I did, but then I stopped.
Lit on Fire.
It turned to
But Stop,
like,
Drop, and Roll.
I was like,
something-
stop, drop, and roll.
Don't get out of the house. Stop, drop, and roll.
Legit. Okay, so we're building
Yes.
we're building our house.
Because you were in,
Honestly, dream.
because
me.
you had a house before. What was that house that you lived in when you were Carol?
It was up in Mill Creek.
Because it looked like
Yes.
a gaudy mansion.
It was Mill Creek. Mhm.
Okay.
Loved
Okay.
it.
Okay. And then
I
you
was like, where
left
did I live?
that.
So we sold our house in Mill Creek,
Okay.
and we were like, we're gonna go do like
Homestead.
homestead.
Yeah.
We're gonna go live on the prairie.
And you were like looking at
little
like,
house on the prairie.
You were looking at like random properties
all
and-
over the place.
Yeah.
From Kansas to like
Yeah, you were-
Montana. We went everywhere. So my parents have an acre of land that they built their house on and they love it. Their neighbor passed away and they bought her property.
Gotcha.
So they have 2 acres right next to each other.
In Park City?
Nope, in Holiday where
Holiday,
where I
okay,
live,
okay.
Murray.
Okay.
And so they were like, you can move in. This all happened within like a week. We were like, we're gonna sell, and she passed away. They bought her property, and we moved in like a week later.
Just bam, bam, bam.
Boom, meant to be.
Yeah.
Spiritual manifestation.
Yeah.
So they're like, you can rent from us while you're searching for your property, but we will never sell to you.
That's what your parents said.
Yes.
You're like,
And we
okay,
were like, yeah,
fine. I don't
fine.
want it.
They were like,
anyways.
we don't want to deal with family drama.
Yeah.
We don't want to live next to you. Because what if we hate each other? Like, this could be so bad.
Yeah.
And from both sides. It
Yeah.
wasn't just my parents saying, it was me being like, I don't want to live right next to you.
Yeah,
Because,
no.
like, living with your parents is not fun.
Yeah.
So we moved into that little house. So cute. So cute. 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms,
With 3
little
kids.
little rambler, but small
Yeah.
house. 90s, dark, scary, whatever. But we didn't care because that was never going to be. It was made very clear that we would never live there.
Yeah.
So we're out and about. We're looking at houses. We're looking at all the things. We're trying to buy acreage. We want to be our own little house
Yeah.
on the prairie. And
Were you going to buy cows and stuff?
yeah, like we wanted livestock. We wanted
You wanted,
just,
to, you
just
wanted
honestly,
to be Ballerina Farms.
No,
Not that extent.
no.
Okay.
But like 1 cow,
Okay.
maybe 2,
Like
maybe
the food nanny.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Which, by the way, I love Hannah and I love Lizzie so much.
I love them both
Like,
too. Come on
they're-
the pod. I love that.
Get over here.
Get over here right now.
But more just and I think it came from wanting to live as a hobbit, but also just wanting to be self-sufficient.
Yeah.
There was do you remember when there was the earthquake in Utah?
Yes.
Okay,
It was
that,
on
like,
March 18th.
It altered
It was my
my
sister's birthday.
it altered my life.
Yeah.
Like literally I was like, Jesus is coming.
Life's happened. It's
We're all
going
gonna
down.
die.
Yeah. Get your food storage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I started selling food storage. I was like, I am not prepared for anything.
Oh, so that's
Not
same.
even like Jesus is coming, but just like,
a flood.
yeah.
Power
and,
outage.
And 2020 was
Scary.
scary. Like it was just I think it was a crazy time for everybody.
Because that was March 18th, 2020.
Yes.
Yeah. It was
And so
a
it was like,
scary,
there's
scary
no
time.
toilet paper. There's earthquakes happening. I don't even know where my shoes are.
Like, world's ending.
We're dying.
Yeah.
So I was like, we got to get out of Dodge. Like we got to go. And it's always been a dream. Like I literally want to be a hobbit. Okay.
Yeah.
I know I've said that 500 times.
But you
Is
literally
this
want to
episode
be a
going to
hobbit.
be like Abby the Hobbit? I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe that's a new title.
Okay. But
It's not sweat, tears. What was
And
it?
semen.
Blood, sweat, tears, and semen.
anyway, so we like really, I like that. I'm actually very introverted. And
Okay.
if I could needlepoint or cross stitch, I learned that they're not the same thing.
Oh,
If I could listen to books on tape and cross stitch and drink tea all day long and make really good food for my family from my garden,
you're happy. Lottery.
like what could be better?
I can think of a lot of things, but for you, that's
For me, my dream.
Yeah.
I don't want to be bothered. I don't want to do anything. I just want to not do anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gosh.
Love it.
Sounds so like morbid or sad. I don't know.
But
Maybe
that's
that like
your happy place.
yeah, it is. And I feel a lot of peace in that. And so we literally looked all over the place and we just weren't finding what we wanted. And then we found 1 acre of land in Murray that we like loved. And there was a stream that was going through it, like a river, a fresh spring.
Oh.
It had a fresh spring and a river. And it was
Double
on an
whammy.
acre.
Triple
on
whammy.
an acre. Yeah. And I was like, we are putting
An offer.
an offer in this house. It was a really crappy house, but like the land is what we cared
valuable,
about.
yeah.
And my parents were like, it had been a year at this point, and my parents were like, "You're buying an acre of land in Murray?"
Yeah.
And we're like, "Yeah." And they're like, "Well, no, you're buying ours. Like
Yeah.
you're gonna live here." And we're like, "Oh, okay."
Oh, you're playing hard to get. They were playing hard to get with you.
And I think it had been a year, and it was glorious living next to them.
Yeah.
And they loved it and we loved it and it was just so good. And I think that was their biggest fear. And then they went and talked to all of my siblings and they were like, "How would you feel if we sold this to Abby?" And they were all like, "Oh my gosh, give it to her. We love her." I was
We
like,
love her.
we love her. We want her to be happy. And they're all,
Yeah.
they're all established
Yeah.
and they all have their homes and they were just so happy and they're like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, like go for it. I love my family. I'm going to cry. I love them."
You can. There's tissues.
But they all were just so like, there's no
Yeah.
drama here. We don't
Yeah.
care. Give it
Yeah.
to her. And which they were all like, "You should give it to her. Just give it." And I was like, "No, we're
Wow.
buying this." I'm like, I mean, yeah.
Like,
No,
give it
but
to me
they
for, like,
they
$1.
sold it to they sold it to us for a really good price, but also like it was not given to us. Like,
you
we had to buy it.
You got a mortgage. You
Yeah,
got it.
yeah. Anyway, so we bought the house. We had saved for so long. This is something that like I don't think people understand. We flipped 3 houses before we even set out to find our land.
Oh my gosh.
So like we had worked our little butts
Yeah.
off, like building equity,
Yes.
working our butts off. We put in the work. We flipped the houses. I was laying floor 9 months pregnant with Helen in Michigan in our home. Like we put the drywall in our house in West Valley. We like worked our little butts off and we like it
You put
wasn't
in the
just
work.
Yes,
Wasn't
and I think
handed
people
to
are
you.
like, "You're just an influencer and you have this house." And I'm like,
No.
I have wanted this
Like, let me
so
have it.
long.
finally
We
have a
have
house.
worked so hard,
Yeah.
so long for so many years. This
Yeah.
is not like
It's not just.
this is
Big.
my hobbit hole. Let
Yeah,
me
let you have it.
do it.
So you had to move into like a.
So then
apartment or
I'm like,
hotel?
this has all the fire. I'm sorry, I'll go
no,
fast.
No, you're good. You're good.
So then we moved in. So they tore down
Yeah.
and then are rebuilding. So we had to move into an apartment complex, which is just down the street. Lived there. It was fine. It was great. But the vents had never been cleaned in like 9 or 10 years.
And you were renting it.
We were renting it.
So
and I
the-
was like, "I'm sorry, but like I will clean the ceiling fan and within a week it will be so bad that like we're dying. You need to come and clean the vents."
Really?
So for like 4 months, I'm like, "You need to come clean the vents." We only lived there for like 8 months. Anyway, the guy finally comes on the 27th of December. So we had just, like, Christmas was still out.
Yeah.
We were in our pajamas. I was needle pointing on the couch in my robe.
You were chilling.
I was chilling. He walks in. He's like, "Let me, like, clean your vents." Within, like, 1 minute, he knocks something and the gas line that is right in front of the furnace, like, breaks off and the furnace just, like, sucks the gas in and lights the whole thing on fire. And the guy was like, "Do you have any, like, baking soda or flour?" And I'm sitting on the couch and I'm, like, listening to my book on tape and I'm like, "What?" He's like, "There's a fire." And I'm like, "What?" So I like run to the kitchen and I'm like, "Holy shiz." So I like go grab a bag of flour, which flour is flammable. Do not use flour.
Yeah. Why?
Bad.
What?
Bad. It's baking soda.
Okay. Not
Anyway,
flour.
not flour.
You got your.
I have like my hand and I'm like,
What is it?
throwing flour.
Was
It's
it-
like
was it
me.
The
Yeah.
Canot flour. The
It was just, yeah, the Kamut flour. No, it's too expensive.
You're like,
No,
throwing
I wouldn't have
flour.
sacrificed that. I'm like throwing flour on these huge gas line flames. And I'm like, he's like, it's not coming out. And I'm like, so I run upstairs. I get the kid. I'm like, kids, get out of the house. Our house is on fire. Get out of the house. And they're like, and I'm like, this is not a joke. Get out of the house. So
Not
they
a drill.
run out. Helen grabbed 2 left shoes, not matching. I'm in my robe. Ammon's on the toilet pooping. And I'm like, get off the toilet.
The world ends when a man poops. He's like, in a minute.
He literally was like, it'll be just, and I'm like, get off
I
the
have
thing."
time. I have time before the house explodes.
He comes downstairs. He's like, it's not that big of a deal. And then he sees it and he's like, oh my gosh. And he like, we run out the back door. He runs out the front door. And I'm like, it's coming to me like, what is actually happening? You know
Yeah.
when stuff happens and you're just like,
It's shocking.
yeah, like I don't know what I'm doing. People
Yeah.
are on Reddit being like, why did she pull her phone out? And I'm like, because I wanted to film the freaking fire.
Have you met me?
Do you know who I
Do
am?
you follow me, right?
Like I like filmed the fire and then I'm like, so then I get the kids out. I had already gotten the kids out of the house.
Yeah.
Then I went back in and I'm like, maybe I'm overreacting.
Yeah.
Like I'm not gonna.
Do I call 911? 911
Yeah.
is for emergencies.
No, I know exactly. I'm like, should I call 911? Like literally in my mind, I'm like, should I
But
do
the
that?
thrill you get when you call 911
Oh,
for the first time.
it was the
I've done it
best.
one time. It's like been
It
my
was-
dream.
Okay, what
So-
did you call?
Well,
for?
I called because somebody came to my house that was. I've never really like shared the details, but I guess it's been long enough now. I had somebody on my show that talked about an abusive ex, and their abusive ex showed up at my house, found my address,
And did what?
showed up and waited for me, and then left a letter. And he has like a huge criminal record, and so I called my lawyer. My lawyer was like, "Call the police immediately."
like 911.
Yeah, like
police.
911. And I was like, I've been waiting my whole life to do this.
Excuse me.
I'm
Oh,
like-
it was thrilling.
Well, and then my husband was like, you didn't need to call like 911 for this emergency. And I'm
Right.
like, no,
No,
it was
my
emergency for me.
lawyer.
He said 911. I called 911.
I call 911. Never have I ever until I just did. But yeah, so I got out of the house and I'm like, I should probably call 911.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
Like
time.
it's a gas fire. It's like coming to my mind now. And I'm like, it's a gas fire. It's
like
a gas fire.
everyone here.
And then
is-
I'm like, run. I'm like telling the kids to run down to the dumpsters, like far away.
yeah.
I'm like, it's going to explode. Our house should explode. And so then I call 911 and I'm like, my house is on fire, a gas line. And they sent, this is really sweet. We're like in the middle of Murray
Yeah,
holiday
yeah.
area. And there are 4 or
Retirement
5
homes? Oh.
fire
Oh.
fire departments.
I don't know why I went to retirement homes.
I don't know.
I'm just picturing
4 or
old people
5
running out.
There are a lot of old people,
Yeah.
but there are 4 or 5 fire departments, like
Yeah.
firehouses around, and all of them came, and it was like immediate. And so, and I went out the back door with the kids, got them all the way down. I'm calling 911. I'm running around, and the 911 dispatcher was like, "You need to get everyone." So there's like 6 houses, 6 townhomes in like a block that are all connected. And the gas lines are all connected,
Yeah.
right? And she's like, you need to get every single person out. So I am like knocking on door and I'm like,
Like
it's
Mission
going to
Impossible.
blow.
You're
I'm
like,
like,
it's
it's
time.
going to explode at any moment.
Like
And
that's
I'm still on the phone
yeah.
with her because the fire department hasn't, and it's still on fire. Like it's not coming off. So I went out the back, like I said. Ammon went out the front door and he went to the offices, like kind of down.
yeah.
And he was like, there is a fire. We need a fire extinguisher.
Sure, yeah.
And so the maintenance guy there runs, and he was so smart. He was like, he turned off the gas main.
Turn off the gas. Genius.
But he had to get a wrench to do it.
Yeah.
And he couldn't find a wrench. So Ammon had to like go through our little garage, like makeshift garage crap.
Like I need
Finding a wrench. The fire is still going. He got the wrench. He turned it off. Meanwhile, I'm like getting everybody out. And I'm like, fire, fire. Everyone's like, what is happening? And
Wow.
then they did use a fire extinguisher. And I feel like the fire extinguisher, and then he turned the gas off, and like it just kind of fizzled out. I don't think that it would have gone out without him turning the gas off.
No,
though.
I think so too.
And so the fire department shows up like right then, like right when the fire goes out. And they were like,
this could have been bad.
oh, well, so they like went and investigated, right? And the fire marshal came to me and he was like, 30 more seconds and this entire building would have exploded. I was like,
oh.
I was like, how do you know that? And he was like, these vents are so bad. And it lit in the furnace. The furnace is attached to all the vents. And the vent, we have pictures of the vents. It is so bad that like if that lint would have caught on fire, it would have literally just lit everything. And the like all, he was like, I cannot believe that you guys are alive right now. And I was like, okay.
Oh my gosh.
And then they deemed it unlivable, so we couldn't like stay there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's covered in soot. It's
Yeah.
everything smells like smoke. It was bad. And it's Christmas. All of our Christmas presents are out.
No.
My Taggart had just finished his Millennium Falcon. He's waited 4 years for this Lego set, and he had just finished it. It's actually really sad.
Did you have to like throw away all your stuff? Like
so
what?
so then it's like, what do we do? We've been dealing with this. Actually, I haven't even talked about this on my stories, but it's been a nightmare. And we're trying to get insurance to help. And like, it's been a nightmare. And I think they will pull through, but we haven't seen any money. We had to go live at a hotel for a month.
So you're back in the townhome now.
No. So, okay. So we lived in the townhome. We had the fire. We
Yeah.
moved out into a hotel for a
Yes.
month because the city didn't deem it livable. It was unlivable.
Yeah.
We couldn't even move back. And they were like, well, you can just move into another apartment. And we're like, with what stuff?
Yeah, we have nothing.
With my bed that smells like a freaking fireplace?
Yeah.
Like what are we going to do? And
Yeah.
covered in crap. So anyway, we moved there and we told the builder like, hey, we like we need to finish. So there's an apartment above the garage in our new house. We're like, let's just finish that apartment as soon as possible and we'll move in. And he's like, done. So he like took that month and they worked so hard and they got us. So we got to move into the apartment.
That's so nice.
Oh, it was so nice. So we live in the apartment right now while the rest of the house is being finished.
Well,
And
that's nice
then-
because then you get to see everything
Yeah.
happening to the house.
and
I
it's
was
so nice to be there when it's
Yeah.
like, oh, well, do you want this for your tile or this
Yeah.
for your grout? And you can just answer and it's great.
Yeah.
And I don't feel a rush. I
Yeah.
feel in no rush. Like I feel like we are living in our home right now and there's no rush to finish. I'm sure that will come with time.
Right.
But also I'm like,
we're here.
we're here.
Yeah.
We're here. We made it.
You made it. Alive, no fires.
We made it. And yeah. So that was
Crazy.
the fight. I know.
That's
crazy.
Crazy. That's
Crazy.
crazy. Okay, the last crazy thing I want to
Okay,
talk to you about
yes.
before we take out trash and talk about our week and all the things.
Okay.
Your hearing.
So
So
last 4 months of my life have been
like
insane.
it's been one thing after the other.
I know.
One thing after the other. Had you always had hearing loss? Because if I remember right, I swear you had posted about
Yeah.
hearing aids at some
So
point.
weird.
If like your family owns a hearing aid company or
No.
something. Where am I getting this
Okay,
weird
so-
memory from?
Okay, my whole life, I think that I got hearing loss when I was young. I think I had like tubes. I had tons of ear infections and like I just think I've always not been able to hear in my left ear very well.
The one that you flipped the headphone on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like and I really noticed when I was married because this is so funny. But like when you put your head on a pillow
Yeah.
and somebody's talking to you and then I'd put my head on this side of the pillow and it'd always be louder in my right ear and I'm like,
Interesting.
well, I was like, I think I have wax in my ear. I need to go to the ear
And
doctor
you clean it.
to like clean that earwax out so I can hear better in this
Yeah.
ear.
Just have
So I like
nasty
went to the
earwax.
doctor when this was like right when Helen was born and he was like, you have 20% hearing loss in this ear. And I was like, what? And he was like, yeah, like you should probably get hearing aids. And I was like, what? So I moved back to Utah and like this new company called Earlux, they're not
Okay.
new anymore. They were like, Abby, you need hearing aids? And I was like, yes, I actually do need hearing aids. And they were like, we can help you with that. And it is that first blessing right there.
Yeah.
Like when I was able to hear 100% in both ears, I was like, oh my gosh, like brushing my teeth or like
No
having my
way.
hair wipe along my face and being able to hear that. Like just,
All those little things that you don't
yeah.
even think about.
Or I went to the movie theater for the first time and you know, when it's like,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh my gosh, like this is what it's like.
This is cinematic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that is like, that's
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
right? That's that. October, first week of October, I get sick. I get a cold sore and I get like just sick. Like I had a super high fever and a super low, like I got super big chills and whatever. And my right ear just got super clogged up. And it was like, I need to pop my
That's
ear.
the worst feeling.
You know?
Oh, yes.
It's the most
I
annoying
thought I
thing.
burst an eardrum one time and I was terrified.
Okay, yeah. It's just like,
It's like
kept
you're
going like this.
underwater. It's like you feel like you're
Yeah.
underwater. It's the most
You are
miserable feeling.
underwater.
It's the most
Okay, I'm
miserable
glad
feeling.
you know. I'm
It's
glad you know what
miserable.
it sounds like.
Yeah,
It's
horrible.
just like a vacant
Yes.
loss.
Yes.
It's just like a loss. It's just like
It's awful. It's annoying.
It's so annoying. So I kept being like, I need to pop my ear.
Yep.
I need to pop my ear, and it won't pop. And I was gonna go to New York and film the last week in October.
Oh.
So the first week of October, I'm like, dude, my freaking ear. And so I like call my doctor and I'm like, hey, like I'm sick. My ears are clogged. And I got like kind of like what is it where you're super dizzy? Like
your
vertigo.
Yeah, vertigo.
And he was like, here, get on these pills. Like you'll be
Yeah.
fine. Everything's fine. Your ear's gonna pop, blah, blah, blah. So I like start taking the antibiotic and I get all better, except my ear will not pop. And this is on a Thursday and I leave on Monday and I'm like, I just have to get the freaking thing popped. I was about to put a needle and just pop it myself.
I can't.
And they're like, let's not do that.
Like intrusive thoughts.
Yeah,
We're
truly.
gonna just
So I call an ENT and they were like, we can actually get you in this afternoon. And I was like, really? Like a specialist
Yeah.
ENT? And they're like, yeah, come on in. We'll give you a hearing test and we'll get your ear popped. Because I was like, I'm leaving on Monday. So like,
yeah.
I'd really like this because I cannot hear.
Yeah.
So I go in. Luckily, Ammon came with me. Luckily. I go in. She's giving me a hearing test. And when I'm in the hearing test, I was like, what if this is more than just like my ear needing to be popped?
Yeah.
Because she was pretty like extensive. And I've had multiple hearing tests before. So I know what to expect.
Yeah.
And she kept testing, and I was like, "This is not like normal. Like something's off." So we get out, and it's like the first time where I'm like, "Oh!" Like I got worried. Like I was like, "Oh my gosh! Like what if this is like my new normal? That would suck." So then I go back to the waiting room. He calls me back, and he's like, "Hey!" So he calls me back. I'm sitting in the little chair. Ammon's sitting there, and he's like, "I was like, so can you just like pop my ear?" And he's like, "Your ear's totally fine. Like everything looks good." Like
You're like
You-
what?
he's like, you have hearing loss. And I was like, what? He was like, you have hearing loss. You have sudden hearing loss. And I was like, what does that mean? And he was like, it's really random. I like broke down immediately.
I'm sure.
I just started bawling and he just kept talking. I'm sure it was really hard for him, but he just kept talking. I have no idea what he said. I mean, I think he was just like, I don't know. But I am like ugly, crying, hysterical.
Boogers running down your face.
And Ammon
Yeah.
is just like, what is going on? And the doctor's just talking. And it was just like, it was traumatizing.
Yeah.
It was really hard to hear that, literally and figured.
Way to make light of it.
It was very difficult. And he's like, immediately we have to start you on an oral steroid. We're going to do injections, steroids, and we need to get you into the hyperbaric oxygen chamber therapy. And I was like, I am going to New York
Yeah.
on Monday. And he's like, I don't care. You're not going. Like, you have to do this therapy or you're going to like, because The time, okay, so it's called sudden hearing loss. Anybody can have it. You can wake up and lose your hearing like that. Did you know that that even existed?
No, that's terrifying.
No. Sudden vision loss. You can just wake up blind. Yes.
No. Oh my
And there's no
gosh.
rhyme or reason. There's no explanation. It just happens. I'm like,
Oh, wow.
what? So yeah, so he's like, it sucks. Nobody knows why. There's no one has figured out why this happens to people. Like,
That's crazy.
yeah.
2024.
So then I'm like, how many people? And he's like, I diagnose probably one person a year with this,
With sudden hearing
with
loss.
sudden hearing loss. And I was like, what the freak?
No, that's crazy.
So yeah, and a lot of people get it and they just think that it's their ear needing to be popped or something, and then they just like don't ever see or whatever. Anyway, so I got the sudden hearing loss. I went to the hyperbaric chamber.
They were able to get you in because I remember you being like, there's no way I'm going to get in.
No. So it's like a time crunch. So the minute that you have your hearing loss or your vision loss or whatever, sudden whatever loss, it's like a massive emergency against time. So the sooner you can get into the hyperbaric and the sooner you can start treatment, like the higher chances of your...
Because you can't get it back, but
No.
you can stop.
You can stop it, but you can also try and get it back. Yeah.
Oh,
Some
okay.
people get it all the way back.
Oh, okay.
Which is a miracle. It's
Yeah.
literally a modern day miracle. But like the sooner you can get in, like the higher chance of you recovering it are. And what it is it's your nerves disconnecting from your ear and your brain. So it's nerves dying off. So it has nothing to do with my ear or my inner ear. It's literally the connection between my ear and my brain.
So a hearing aid wouldn't do anything.
It does. It still does
Okay,
things,
okay.
but it's like this treatment is trying to like trigger my nerves to regrow, and it's really hard to regrow your nerves. Like, right?
Yeah.
People that are like quadriplegic or
Okay, yeah.
like it's hard to regrow that and
Yeah.
to retrain your body and all that, but it is possible. Anyway, so I like get the oral injection or the injection and the oral pill, and I start that immediately. And then the next day, so he called in, it's 4:00 on a Thursday. He called all the hyperbaric chambers in Utah and he was like, we need to get this girl in now. The one in Ogden was like, we can have her come tomorrow and like start the process. In order to get into a hyperbaric chamber, you have to have
CT scan?
No, you have to have a CT scan. You have to have an X-ray. You have to have it's like a KEG.
Oh, yes, a KEG.
Is
Yeah.
it called a KEG?
My little boy had to have a KEG.
Is it called a KEG?
I'm pretty sure it's called a KEG.
Okay.
If
Like,
not,
you have to
people
get-
will let us know.
You have to get your heart tested. You have to
Yes.
get your lungs tested. Like, you can't just go into a hyperbaric chamber because the pressure is like equal to 45 meters underwater. And if your body can't handle that, like it's bad.
Detrimental.
Yeah. So you have to like go through like all these things. So I go up to that hospital. Within like 8 hours, I had all of it done. This normally takes people like weeks. The cardiologist saw me, the x-ray team saw me, the lung guy saw me, the hyperbaric like did all these tests on me. I got my blood draw. Like it literally lined up like boom, 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 boom. And I got in the hyperbaric chamber for the first, like the next day on Friday. And I talked to that doctor. I was like, listen, like I'm going to New York on Monday. And he was like, well, do you want to film this thing or do you want to get your hearing back? And I'm like,
Both.
yeah, I was like, but this is like a really big thing in my career too. Like it
Yeah.
wasn't just like a small thing.
You're
It's like,
I
oh, it's an
want
ad
this.
for a couple thousand. Like this is like my livelihood.
Yeah.
And like, I know that I'm like, I need to do this.
Yeah.
And so he called, he was like, I might have an ENT at NYU. And he calls and the guy's like, yeah, I'll totally see her Monday morning when she flies in, or Tuesday morning when she flies in, because I flew out Monday. So I literally, and they got me all set up. They got me like all the things. So I go on Monday to my hyperbaric. I get in the plane. I go to New York the next morning, 8 a.m. I'm at the ENT at NYU. And I was filming a lot by myself. And I had to go do those injections at NYU by myself every time. It was a wild.
That's crazy. So
was wild.
where's your hearing at right now?
So I lost 50%. I lost 60%. And then I went back up to around 40% in this year. It's not great, but like,
So are you wearing a hearing aid right now
yes,
in both ears?
yes.
Yes. And has that been like hard for you
Yes.
mentally? Yeah.
But not. I'm actually really proud of myself how I handled it.
Yeah. You should be.
Yeah, I was like, wow, I feel like really courageous and like this really sucks, but I'm like still showing up and I'm still working hard and I'm still like, I think it was really good to go to New York because I could process alone in my hotel room by myself. I feel bad saying this, but like I didn't have to worry about a husband or kids or getting dinner on the table. I could really just like feel feelings.
You could mourn it.
I could mourn it. I could like really give myself the time to like just accept.
Yeah.
Even though it was really, really hard. And again, I had to turn to God and just be like, I'm alone and this is hard. Like, will you be with me? And he was there the whole time. I couldn't have done it without my spirits, guides, and help.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, totally.
Well, and I feel like it's amazing that you've been able to show it through social media because I'm sure there are people.
Since I've posted about it, hundreds of people are like, I have that. And I never knew.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I bet so many more people are just misdiagnosed or just don't get it in time.
Yeah.
It's so sad.
Well, then I also think people are somewhat embarrassed that they have a hearing aid and they're younger.
Oh, it's so weird.
And so for you to
Old
show
people
up,
are so weird about it. I'm like, just go get a hearing aid. Don't you want to see?
Don't you
if
want to
you
hear?
couldn't see, would you not go get glasses? Like, don't
Like-
you want to hear?
Like if you're bleeding, you put a Band-Aid on it.
Yes.
You can't hear, you get a hearing aid. And so I think
Hearing is honestly, I've learned a lot about hearing. It affects your brain in the worst way possible. It affects your relationships. It affects your communication. Like, it affects so much more than you think.
No, I believe
Even
it.
Helen Keller was like, I would way rather be blind than deaf.
No, it probably like even it affects your balance probably.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
It's so, well, and your brain, like, I think a lot of people that are older and they are losing their hearing and they don't get help with that, they start to lose their mind. Like they get Alzheimer's way faster. They like the research and statistics on this are astounding. And like Earlux, shout out to Earlux.
Shout out Earlux.
I have a code.
What is it?
I don't know. It's a link actually.
Okay.
But if you ever go to my page, like just go to Earlux and it's you get a free hearing test. They're going to set you up. You don't have to leave your house.
Oh, that's so nice.
That's why I liked it. I was like,
Yeah,
I don't
you're
want to
a
go to a
hobbit.
clinic. Yeah, I'm a hobbit.
Yeah.
But they do it all like through your phone and it's like amazing. They ship
amazing.
you the hearing aids and you do it all on the phone. It's so easy. Anyway, I had hearing aids. So because I had them already, they just adjusted, which was nice. I could do it in New York. I called Earlux. I'm like, I need
to adjust.
And they were like, great, turned it right up.
That's amazing.
It was a miracle. I mean,
Modern
that was a
medicine's
miracle.
incredible.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, that's the story. And then, so that happened in beginning of October, end of October, beginning of November. I'm all in New York. I get home. My son's birthday and my daughter's birthday are that week. The next week, my parents leave to Africa
For what?
for a mission. They're in Africa right now on
As
a mission.
Mr. Presidents or just mission?
No, just a mission.
Missionaries?
They were like, send us to like the hardest mission ever for a year. We'll do it.
Love it.
Sierra Leone.
All right.
They're loving it. And then it was like Christmas, and then
And
our
then a
house lit
fire.
on fire, and then we lived in a hotel, and now we're finally like,
Can breathe.
yeah, it's been nuts.
Well, thanks for sharing it with us all.
I know.
Like,
I
thanks
love
for
you.
letting it be
was great.
on
Like,
Instagram.
That's
and
the
letting us all
update
see
of
it.
my life.
Because it's
Oh my God.
as hard as it is for you.
Yeah.
It's entertaining for us.
Yeah, I know. Exactly. I would want to watch somebody go
Like,
through that.
It's just one thing after the other.
It's
Abby.
just like nuts.
Hopefully now though you get like a nice break.
So nice.
And now you can go to Argentina.
Everyone's like, you look so like good recently. I'm like, Yeah.
So I'm not miserable.
My house isn't on fire. My hearing is kind of under control.
Like there's a lot of good things happening right
Yeah,
now.
good.
Not very many bad
we
things.
got through the hard.
I'm so glad.
Yeah, me too.
Well, that was a good dumpster deep dive. I feel like
I love
we
you. That
went-
was so deep.
But now we have to hurry and take out trash.
Okay, do it.
So what
Let's
happened
do
this
it.
week? Any exciting news this week or any bad things this week?
Personal Trash is brought to you by Spearmint Love. Spearmint Love is an online baby and kid store with so many products between footies, rompers, knit hats, pacifiers, graphic tees, and quite literally any other baby essential. It is my go-to website for getting all the goods for my kids. They also have big kid stuff too, so you can do matching outfits between your babies and your kiddos. I love getting stuff for special holidays, whether it's Valentine's, Christmas, Halloween, Easter, really any special occasion, Spearmint Love is where I go. It has a fresh and modern take on the baby space while also carrying all the baby classics that you know and love. And they're also known for their best-selling organic waffle collection that Banks wears 24/7. The prints are always so unique and so fun, and the quality is incredible and also comfortable. And the shipping is extremely fast. So if you are looking for some new baby essentials or kiddo essentials, whether it's clothes or products, you have to go to experimentlove.com and use code weeklytrash for an exclusive 25% off for podcast listeners only. Again, that's weeklytrash at experimentlove.com.
That we need to take out, talk
I'm like,
about?
what happened this week? Nothing. Gosh, dang it! I should have come more prepared. Give me 5
Yeah,
seconds.
what? I'll share mine really quick.
Okay,
Just
yeah,
so
you
it's quick,
share.
I had a mental B last night, so I deleted
yeah,
Instagram
let's
for the
talk about
day.
you.
Deleted Instagram for the day, so I haven't been on Instagram all day today, but it's been hard because I didn't delete the app. I just like stopped going on it.
Yes,
But I keep like muscle memory going to Instagram, and I'm like, nope, Josie, don't go on Instagram.
yeah, no.
But I just needed a break because I'm addicted. I'm addicted to Instagram. And I always say like comparison is a thief of joy.
Yes.
I came up with that. It's all my I say it all the time. I came
a
up
good
with
one.
it. I
It's a
came up
good
with
one.
it for sure. But it is so true. And I just got in a really dark place last night. I was comparing myself to someone and I got really sad. And I think it doesn't help when the person you compare yourself to, you know that they don't like you.
yeah,
And so it's like, like it hurts even more. And it's just not
Yeah,
fun and not a good
no.
place to be in. And then you start making up scenarios in your head and you start
yeah.
thinking about
Getting it bigger than it
make
should
it bigger than
be.
what it is. And like all of it could have not even been true, but in your head, you're believing it. And I just got really sad on myself. And so I deleted Instagram for the day in my head. I didn't actually delete the app, like I said, but it's actually been really nice today to not be on Instagram at all. Like
Yeah,
I've been much more
yeah.
productive.
We all need a little.
And it showed me though how addicted I am. And it's a problem.
yeah,
It's a problem.
you should do it once a week, maybe.
Well, at first I was going to do it on Sundays.
yeah,
But Sunday is when I announce guests, and it's the best time to announce guests because people are mostly on their phones on Sunday.
exactly.
Night. It's
Sunday
like
is the.
it's
the
like
time.
the number one time. So then I was like, oh, I can't not do Sundays. So
Yeah.
now I'm thinking maybe Saturdays.
Yeah.
But I definitely need to give myself one day a week where there's no social media
Yeah.
because, like you were saying, when
or
you're-
like cutoff times.
yes, because like
Yeah.
you were talking about how when you first got into social media and influencing, you felt like you were neglecting your kids.
Oh,
And that's
yeah.
how I feel. I feel this insane amount of mom guilt. And even though I'm with my kids a lot, I'm not with them 24/7. And I used to be with them 24/7.
Yeah.
And so it's this feeling of just feeling like I'm not a good mom, even though I'm a good mom when I'm with them. It's just I'm not with them as much.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to like navigate that and just stop. I usually don't compare myself. I've gotten really good at like tuning things out and like unfollowing people that like make me feel bad about myself or
Yeah.
muting people who I compare myself to. But last night it just got to me and I was in my feels. But
Yeah.
I think crying, letting it out,
Yeah.
it's good for the soul. You need to like do it every once in
So
a while.
good. Yes,
So-
absolutely.
So that was my trash. And then I watched The Bachelor. Do you watch The Bachelor?
no.
That's
I have
surprising.
Before. I have before.
You
and
need
I
to watch.
narrate.
This season's good.
Is it good?
One of the front runners, Daisy, has a I'm gonna butcher this, cochlear implant. Cochlear implant.
Yeah.
Yes, she has hearing loss. Cochlear implant. And then I just started Love Is Blind.
Okay.
which everyone is dying over this season. So I just started that. And everyone's like, we need your hot take. Everyone, as in like 4 people. But I will give my hot take. So just be prepared. I'm only on episode 1, but the more we get in, I will give my hot take.
Good.
So that's my trash.
I love it. Okay, so it was Valentine's and my husband's birthday.
When is his birthday? On Valentine's Day?
15th, the 15th. So the next day.
Okay.
I know.
Okay.
We went to dinner at
Do you guys go all out for Valentine's Day?
No.
Frank's. Carly, does your
Have you?
husband's family own that place? Her last name's Frank.
Oh. It's bougie.
Is it? Where's it at?
It's right by Tuscany.
Okay.
Bougie,
I'll need to
bougie.
try it.
It was a
Is it
5-course
steakhouse?
meal.
Oh,
no.
5-course meal. Okay.
I don't know what it is.
Okay.
There was steak, but
Is it like French?
I don't know.
Because you love to
Yeah,
cook.
I think
You
it
love
was
good
French.
food.
It was French food. Well,
Okay.
Tuscany's more French. This was more like fusion of something.
Okay.
It was good.
Frank's.
It was a 5-course meal. It was amazing. It was so good.
Sounds delicious. Which course was the best?
I don't know. The second one.
Second one. It's
It's
usually
like a
the third
weird
one. Because the
soup.
third one's always the big one.
I know. It was good. We have 2 babies born in November. So this week is literally
Ovulation
like
day?
yeah, and
Yeah.
I ovulated on Valentine's Day.
Are you on
So-
birth control or do you guys
No,
what do you do?
we haven't protected since Helen.
Do you want more kids?
That's a good question. I don't know. Like, if I got pregnant, we would welcome a baby,
Of course.
but we also feel whole and complete. Like, we're so happy.
Yeah.
I'm not like longing or like thinking about it all the time. It's not consuming because I was infertile. Like, I had infertility issues before Aspen, and yeah. Anyway,
So it's not the door's not closed, but it's not open.
yeah. But I'm also like, I don't want to be like my mom having babies at 45.
45.
So I'm like, at what point do we like?
Yeah.
At what point would we not welcome?
Yeah. What point are
So I don't
we-
know. We talk about it all the time. Like we have talked about Ammon getting a vasectomy,
Yes.
and it's so weird because every time he goes to do it, it's just kind of like, you don't need to do this.
Yeah.
So then he's like, I don't know.
No,
So I don't
the vasectomy is scary because it's so permanent.
Yeah. Well, you can reverse it,
You
but it's
can
really
reverse it,
hard.
But I talked to a lady on the airplane, and she had to adopt her son because her husband couldn't reverse his vasectomy.
yeah. Wow.
She was like, "Don't believe them. You
Yeah,
can't reverse
don't
it." And I
believe
was
it.
like, "Oh, okay.
So yeah, I think who knows?
Who knows? Who knows?"
We're kind of like
But no sex on
Russian
Valentine's Day.
roulette. Well, yeah.
Well, oh. Blood, sweat, tears,
But
and
it's
semen,
been,
baby.
yeah, literally. Yeah, it's been 7 years,
7 years and no
8 years almost.
And
Helen's
no-
turning 8 this year, so it's like 8 years of not protecting this.
So far, so good.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be nice? Not having like, yeah,
Would it be nice to just tell yourself when you want to be pregnant and it just happens? Yeah. The IVF industry would cry. They'd be like,
Oh my
no.
God, yeah.
If we could just predict and plan our pregnancies and just like
boom,
infertility wasn't a thing. You
like
just,
putting
whatever.
rolls in the oven.
Yeah, like,
just
oh,
like I want rolls.
I'm
I get what I
hungry. I'm
want.
going to get food. I
Yeah.
want to be pregnant. I'm pregnant.
Did you have fertility issues?
No, I had a miscarriage, which is kind of what made me do the podcast because I got pregnant really easy with my first 2, and then I had a miscarriage, and then after that miscarriage, it took me exactly a year to get pregnant again, and it sucked.
Yeah, negative pregnancy tests are
just taking one over and over again.
slaps in
But
the
then I
face,
got
yeah.
to a point where I was like, wait, I kind of like my life with 2 kids. Like, we don't need to be pregnant. It's
Yeah.
fine. And then I got pregnant.
Yeah,
And then I was crying because I was like, I don't know if I can do this. And I'm
Yeah,
like, well, what'd
yeah.
you expect? You were having sex. Like,
yeah. So we're kind of there where it's like, I mean,
if it happens, it
it
happens.
happens, but like we're so like the more time that passes, the more I'm like, we're good.
We don't need another one. Yeah, we're fine. Yeah. For those who can't hear her whispering, she said, we're good.
We're good. We're good. We're good. ASMR.
Any other trash you want to take out before we do trash topic end?
I don't know. No, we don't have anything. I'm
Don't need a trash.
excited. Let's
Yeah,
okay.
pull one out of there. See what you get.
Trash Topic Can is sponsored by
Dime Beauty. Dime's mission is to create luxurious skincare and beauty products that are clean, effective, and affordable. They have everything you need to give yourself glowing, clear, healthy skin. I've used Dime for over 5 years, well before I ever got a code from them. And I always get compliments on my skin. And when I tell them it's Dime and they look at the website, some people are shocked that it's not some high-end, extremely expensive skincare line. But it is. Dime is one of the cleanest skincare lines out there and affordable. And they make your skincare routine so simple by offering bundles to help you meet your skin goals. They also have some incredible perfumes that are so clean. So if you're into clean, organic things, this is for you. If you came to my party and you were lucky to get one of the first 50 bags, you also got a perfume sample, so you know how good they are. One of my favorites from Dime is their Wonder Screen. I put it on as my first step for my makeup routine because it gives my face like the prettiest hint of color and glow. And it's also sunscreen, which is amazing because we're trying to get rid of them dark spots, you know? And nobody wants wrinkles either. So try one of the amazing Dime products today by going to dimebeautyco.com and use code weeklytrash20 for 20% off your order. There are so many amazing products and a great Christmas gift or a good stocking stuffer if you just want to throw in a little something, something. But anyways, I love Dime, love their products, and I will be using them till I die. Dime or die, baby.
Trash Topic Can is sponsored by Dreamland Baby. None of my babies have been the best sleepers. With my first baby, Bentley, I tried everything. A friend recommended Dreamland Baby's weighted sleep sack, so out of pure desperation, I ordered it, and I can honestly say out of every sleep sack and swaddle I tried, Dreamland Baby helped me give me the most sleep, and that's all I could ask for. So I was so excited when they gave me a code because I have been using that same sleep sack for over 3 years with all 3 of my babies. So it's been through the ringer between spit up, blowouts, multiple wash cycles. It is still kicking. Okay. And I'm so excited to add another one to the rotation. I ordered their dream weighted transition swaddle since Banks is no longer in a swaddle anymore, but still likes to feel snuggled a little bit, and he's been loving it. I've been using it for the past 3-ish weeks, and so far so good. Every time he spits up and I have to put it in the wash and I have to use a different swaddle, I can truly see the difference. It is so crazy how the littlest things can make the difference in sleep, and I love it. So if you wanted to try one of the weighted sleep sacks, you can go to dreamlandbabyco.com and use code weeklytrash for an exclusive 15% off your order.
Did you like place the one you want on top?
She wrote them out. She wrote new ones, and some of the new ones are kind of like
biggest
cringy.
ick about yourself. Okay.
Biggest ick about yourself.
It used to be me biting my fingernails.
I used to do that too.
I got over that.
I stopped because I got dip. No, this isn't dip. What is this called?
Gel? No.
Not gel. Freak. Do you know this? No. What's it called? Luminary. I got Luminary on my nails. Shout out Courtney.
Yeah.
She does my nails. And that stopped me from biting my nails.
I love it. Yeah, I did red aspen nails forever and it helped me so much.
Oh, that would help too.
What's the biggest ick? I have so many. Probably me posting on Instagram and not caring what people think about me.
No, my ick was last night. I posted a crying selfie and I immediately deleted it.
Okay.
And I was like, no, I hate this about me.
I know.
Stop. I'll just do a black screen.
But like, I don't know if that's an ick or not. I think when I start thinking about it, I'm like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
But it's all fake to me. So I'm like, oh.
But also I think when you do it and when I do it, it's fine. But when some other people do it, I'm like, heck. But when I do it, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's totally fine.
Fine.
But when like men post like selfies and stuff, I'm like, ick, you don't need Instagram.
No.
Like, get off.
Yeah.
Get off. No, that's a good ick. But I don't think that's an ick for you.
I know. What's an ick?
It's your career.
I don't get embarrassed very often. Is this like the same thing?
We're the same person.
I don't get embarrassed.
I don't get embarrassed either.
Okay. Oh my gosh. I did, however, get embarrassed recently.
Doing what?
The lollipop.
Lollipop?
Okay. So I go to Sweet Tooth Fairy to make these lollipops and I pick these flavors and they're so good. And
They're
it's
so
like,
good.
honestly, it's so fun.
Your flavors,
your
flavor combinations are amazing.
I know. I'm like, this is my calling maybe. But
start a lollipop company.
So one of the flavors we want to do is like it's called a dirty monkey. It's
is
a
it
drink.
Like peanut butter?
No, it's a pina colada with chocolate
Okay.
and banana in it. And so they have like a chocolate banana sucker and they have a pina colada. So I'm like, he's like, here, just put both suckers in your mouth at the same time. These lollies are big.
They're big boys.
They're big. And Megan was gone, so it was just me, Ethan, and Johnny. And I am sucking on these 2 lollipops.
big balls in your mouth.
Oh, it was, and they're like the perfect size. They're like the exact same size, you know,
That's a
and I'm just
testicle.
like, and I was like, I could not handle it. I was so embarrassed.
gosh.
It was so
You should
bad.
be like, can you guys do this too? Like, can we all
Well,
do it
I did,
together?
and he did, and he put his whole mouth around
Yeah,
it.
his mouth
like
is
part of
there.
my mouths were like still open, and like it was so.
No.
I haven't been embarrassed for a long time. That got me. I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I can never suck on 2 lollipops at the same
No,
time.
your
again.
ick is the way you suck 2 lollipops.
Yeah, I guess. This is
Do
stupid.
another one.
Dude, that's
another one.
stupid. Craziest dream you've ever had? Having sex with Frankenstein, like a full blown sex.
The
dream.
way you knew,
I
like
know.
you didn't even take
No.
a second.
No,
Sex with Einstein.
Frankenstein.
Frankenstein. Sorry.
Einstein different. That's a different. Legitimately,
I would prefer Frankenstein.
Craziest.
Actually, though. No,
yeah.
that's
Who would
crazy.
you rather have sex with?
I would prefer Frankenstein. Einstein was a little freaky.
He was. It was the
Like,
craziest.
are we
dream.
talking like green Frankenstein?
Yeah, green
Square head.
head, but like
The
real.
bolts.
You know, like the
Real
real,
body.
like a real body and a
Okay.
real
What was the package like on Frankenstein? Huge.
terrifyingly huge. But the weird thing is, like, you know how dreams kind of like fade in and out.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it was just, I don't remember
When,
all
what,
of it.
when was this?
Probably a couple of years ago.
I thought you said just like last night.
Just like last night. A couple of years
Oh,
ago.
and it stuck.
And I was like, where did this come from?
Were you pregnant?
No.
Because pregnancy dreams are my
They are,
weirdest dreams.
they're the weirdest. Yeah, it was just, he ravished me. But I didn't, at first I was not enjoying it because I'm like, you're Frankenstein. And by the end I was like,
We're here.
I'm married to Frankenstein now. Because
Like,
I'm
it's
never
fine.
doing anything with anybody else.
Sex dreams are so
Weird. I think they're the craziest ones because you wake up, I was in love with
Frankenstein.
When I
Yeah.
woke up, I was like, Ammon,
Yeah.
I need to go find my true love.
I had a sex dream. Do you watch Yellowstone?
Yes.
You know Casey?
Yes.
I had a sex dream of Casey. Done.
I'm like, I'm sorry,
Done.
husband. I'm sorry. But,
But like I didn't mean to.
you,
It was an accident.
How do you control your dreams?
It was an accident. And in my dream, I kept telling myself, Josie, this isn't your husband.
Look at me. No, I know.
Like-
or like, no, I didn't even in my dream. I was like, you're a single hot mama that
Frankenstein.
just not mama. Like you don't have any, like nothing.
Like,
you have no
This
connections.
is free game. Go. Have sex with him.
Yeah, there was no regret. It was just like, okay.
He's your hall pass.
But
Like,
at the
it's
first, I
happening.
was like, what is he doing? Like like, what is going on? And like,
And then you're into
and
it.
then it was like,
No, that's crazy. That's a crazy one. Mine is and it's like a
Yeah, tell
recurring
me.
dream.
What
It's
is
a
it?
recurring dream that I have all the time.
okay,
I'm in high school and I'm driving my car that I own right now.
okay,
It's like my dream car. I love it.
Okay.
It's a Land Rover Defender.
Love that.
I'm driving my car at school. I didn't grow up with money, so I drove to school in real high school. I had a 1999 Ford Explorer, and
I had a Ford Explorer.
did you really? And it had a ripped leather seats, no radio.
Love it.
It was
Mine was a 94.
okay. So yeah, you were
Right there with
you were right
you.
in there. And in my dream, my guy friends. Every night, every time the bell rings and it's time to go out to the parking lot, my
Yeah.
car's gone. And I'm like, where is it?
Yeah.
And I get my little beeper for my key
Yeah.
and I beep it. And all of a
Key
sudden,
fob.
my Land Rover is now a 1999 Ford Explorer.
No.
And my guy
No.
friends took the parts of my Land Rover to sell and then put together a Ford Explorer and like made it so my keys synced up. So then my
No.
car is now my Ford Explorer.
No.
And I have that dream all the time. And I'm like, what does that say about
What does
me?
it mean?
Does that mean that I'm materialistic and that I have an obsession with my car? Because I
No.
cry. Like I full on am crying.
It's something that's
I'm like,
important to you.
No!
And these losers. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a recurring dream. I have it all the time ever since I got my car. Like at least once a week. I wake up, I'm at Alta High
Therapy.
School, I'm running
You gotta
around.
go to
I'm like,
therapy.
they're gonna get my car.
Wait,
they're gonna get my car.
Who here is a dream expert?
Somebody has
DM
to be.
us.
I think I know what it is. I think it's I am a
Yeah, what is it?
materialistic asshole.
What?
because I'm obsessed with my car. I think that's the meaning. I think I need to let go of my love for my car.
Okay.
I don't want to. I don't know how.
Why do you feel like why do you feel like because you love your car so much, you're materialistic?
Isn't that like the definition of being materialistic? Is you love
I don't
material
know.
things?
I don't know. Let's get rid of all definitions.
I think it's also because I grew up with friends that had a lot of money and they always got things that they wanted and I never did. And now that I can buy the things that I want, I have like an attachment to like materialistic
so
things.
it's pretty much like your proof that you are capable and strong
yes,
and amazing.
that I can do it. I can buy things. And I'm like, that's not healthy. That's not okay. So maybe I should work on that.
No, I think it's completely
But I
healthy
also-
to think that you are now capable of, and you've done it, and
Yes.
you've made it, and you're.
But I also love to buy people stuff. That's another thing I need to work on.
How is
stop
that
buying people stuff.
materialistic?
I don't know.
You're a gift giver.
I'm a gift giver. I do love giving gifts so much.
That's a love language.
Was it Megan? Megan Scala, Megan Hunsaker. She said something on the podcast that stuck with me. And she's like, money amplifies the person you are. If you're a good person, you become a better person. If you're a bad person, you become a worse person. Like,
Yeah.
if you're a giver, you want to be more giving. If you are a saver, you become even more savvy and more cheap. And like, it just
That
amplifies.
is very true.
It just amplifies.
I don't think that those are negative things.
Well, thanks.
Don't
Like,
think
that's
of
my
them as
ick too,
negative.
is that I like
Yeah.
materialistic things.
Okay, what's
Doing one
yours?
more? Are we doing one more?
Yeah, why not? I mean, we've
Okay,
talked for long
like,
enough.
Let's make it over 2
Okay.
hours.
If you could bring a fictional character to life, who would it be?
A fictional character.
Frankenstein.
That question was perfect for you. That was made for you. Oh my gosh, I'm dead.
amazing.
I'm dead. I'm dead. Oh my gosh.
I would actually bring Mary Poppins and hire her.
Oh no, that's genius. You know what I thought of is I want to bring to life Stitch from Leo and Stitch and have him
Oh.
as a pet because he seems cute.
Yeah.
It's kind of random, but
Gosh, that was
Frankenstein was a good one though. That's freaking hilarious. Abby, I love you so
love you
much.
too.
This was so much
was
fun.
great.
You can come back anytime.
Thank you.
When you start a podcast, you better have me on it
Okay,
and we'll hang.
done.
We'll hang. I hope you guys have a great weekend.
Yeah, make it the
and
best.
Make it the best. Do good things. Eat good food. Watch good shows. Get off Instagram or stay on Instagram and just like all my posts because you because you love me. But I love you guys. Have a great night or day. I don't know what I'm saying now, but don't
Yeah.
forget to take out your trash. Bye.